Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Monkey Brains Podcast. It has been a bit of time. I am Amber.
Yeah.
And I'm Jim. Hey.
Hello, and we've taken a bit of time. You may notice a lot of things came up, a lot out of our control, but it's no big deal. We come on right back. Also, River is not here presently. She is out with a bit of a headache, so we will be going on as of now.
Yep.
So,
And well,
hmm?
what's been going on with y'all? I haven't been here. I will say uh I'm gonna put myself on blast. I am the main reason why we haven't been able to record one. Um
It's fine.
yeah, I know it's fine. I it's just a bunch of life stuff that's gotten in the way. I think the first time was because I was what was it? I was sick, right? Yeah. I was sick. I legitimately could not get out of bed. I felt so horrible that day. I was like, I'm so sorry. I can't record a podcast today. I can barely get out of bed. I've been looking at YouTube the entire day. Um and then the second time, I think what that was last week. I had to drop off my mom to the airport because she was going over to another country to see her dad because he isn't feeling well. So he just wanted to go. She just wanted to go see him, and that's why I couldn't be there on time. But now I'm here, so that's
now
cool.
everything is all good. Our
Yep.
I'm sure our podcast fan base will rejoice, all two and a half of them.
10
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
10 of
Like the one person that sees us.
Yeah, the one person that consistently watches us.
all of
That
one of them.
it's like the people that watch us are like Freya, Fia, and she's one of the members.
Yeah.
So, we're the starving artists of the podcast world.
I think
Yeah.
considering being a fan is like voting for yourself in a poll.
Yeah. Yeah, I run for president. The only vote was from myself.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that happened to somebody once.
Yeah, like the article where it's like the person ran for office and the only vote they got was like from one person in their family, and the rest of the
Yeah, I'm
family
pretty
didn't
sure
even
like
vote for them.
I'm pretty sure it was like his wife didn't even vote for him. Imagine.
That's depressing as hell. Your wife is like, "Oh, my husband's running for office, but he's not as good as this other guy."
I mean that doesn't mean that probably just
I
means that he
married
really loves
you.
it.
I married you for your personality, not your political prowess.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think anybody should marry somebody for their political prowess unless they're
Oh no, you
trying to
do.
like,
Oh no, you do.
no, 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 no. Like,
People do that. People
wait,
do
there's
that.
a situation. If you want to assassinate someone in power,
I think
No,
I think if you're choosing to marry someone for their political abilities, there's already something wrong with this relationship, like
no.
fundamentally.
Yeah, I mean, like even mostly that would just apply to like old people, like not really anyone
Yeah,
past
yeah,
like our age.
old timers that
in the
Yeah,
olden days, I drink lead paint
gone darn it.
school.
I've seen it all. All I care about now is how much money they can get me.
Yeah,
Bigger strategy, always a timeless classic of the relationships, I guess.
Yep, the
Anywho, what
greed.
have y'all been doing?
I've been, I've actually been working on, uh, I've been working on the Kiss Mary Kill website more recently.
Still?
Yeah, adding more characters.
Oh my
uh,
god.
we're still, and I'm kind of at this point. I'm for the bios because I'm adding like bios for every single character, and obviously that'll take a while. But at the same time, I don't really want to like just copy from wiki because that feels lazy, even though I should be lazy. But
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
I
probably should.
So
If you're gonna write that much.
I'm planning on like getting either asking other people like to write some for characters they choose, or things
I
like
can
that,
break the names for the
or just
Splatoon
for
characters.
if you want, go ahead. Uh, but I or just like forgetting about bios and just leaving some of them unfinished the next time we do it, because I'm not gonna finish. Let's be real. Even if I do get a bunch of other people to write some for me, I'm not gonna finish it in time for whenever we do it next, because that'll take a while. And I don't have the attention span to focus on writing bios for a significant amount of time enough to get it done in a timely manner. So,
Honestly, same. I don't think I'd be able to do that either.
yeah.
Mhm.
I did work on another website though, which I've not shown anyone.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
oh,
uh, unfortunately, it's not something that we can do on the podcast. For
is it?
reasons, yeah. So what it is it's a website where it plays a song from a video game, and you have to guess what series it comes from.
Oh my god, that's such a good idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Um, and
Copyright claim central
yeah,
time.
that's the
Yeah,
problem, because
copyright claim.
it's like copyrighted music that I'd have to play on our podcast, and I know we're really small of a channel, and it probably wouldn't matter, but I don't want to get a copyright strike on this channel and get it taken down when we're on when it's like we've barely done anything on it.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of sad. So
it would.
that's just more like a fun thing. I'll include it because I basically like compiled both websites into like one kind of whole. Here's Monkey Brain's podcast websites. So
Monkey Brain Podcast, copyright strike special.
yeah. Also another thing about that. So it'll it's combined with the two. So whenever the download for the updated version of Kiss Mary Kill comes out, it'll be included with it, so people can try that. But I'm also have for the sake of a not a how it's structured, b not doing too much work, and c file size. I'm only permitting 10 songs per series. It
Yeah,
has so I'm and so like games with a lot of music. I kind of
like
have to
Splatoon
yeah
or
I mean,
Splatoon.
like
wait, what do you
Splatoon.
count? Wait, what do you count as music? Are you talking like, like music as in like, oh, battle tracks
Um,
or ambiance or like small snippets so like
any
like
really
they're
sort of
like
music. I do have currently it's the full song, but I could like clip it down to like you hear like a 10-second clip of it, but
Ba, ba,
one
ba, ba,
that's a lot,
ba.
one that's work, two it's more fun to listen to the entire song, and like you hear this cool song in full and you're like, wow, where's that from? And
okay.
uh I just think it's more fun to be able to hear the whole thing. um and plus you can skip around to as much as you want because it's a media player. But uh, uh so it's basically just any song. I'm not gonna go with like little musical jingles or anything like that, because uh
Mm, okay.
like I don't know, I feel like that's just not enough. Who it's plus it's a lot easier to remember like the really cool songs that stick out in the game, or the longer
Yeah,
songs, than it is to just like remember some
What
random
if
musical effect.
what if you add like, okay, how are you gonna add songs of games that are like, it's not from the game, but it's known because of the game? You know, like Geometry Dash or like Osu or like,
um
games that take other songs and just
yeah, like
popularize.
rhythm games.
Yeah.
Probably not, because they don't come from that game. And plus it's
yeah.
like, say you've heard the song before but you haven't played the game, and you go onto it and you're like, oh, this what, this comes from a game, huh? And you're like, because you and it's kind of this bit of confusion where it's like, oh,
I guess
this
it makes sense.
yeah. So I do have rhythm games on there, but only rhythm games that have their own original music. uh
Like just shapes and beats, I think.
Yeah.
Uh, I actually didn't think of that one. I should put that on there. I've the list of games that I made is currently. I haven't determined the songs from any of the games. I've only put about 15 test tracks basically just to test out the functions. Um, but I have a bunch of series planned out, and I just grabbed like series that work from Kiss Mary Kill basically for
Okay.
the
Sense.
thing. Uh,
Well, okay.
Sorry,
Well then,
I was taking a drink of water. But the I'm still like looking through other series to add. If I can add just shapes and baits. The only thing that I'm kind of like maybe ish on is like music with lyrics because I like one part of me is like the lyrics is part of the music. It's fine. It doesn't make too much of a difference. And another part of me is like music lyrics are like it makes something really stand out and really recognizable. I don't think that's a bad thing though. The one thing that I probably will not do in terms of lyrics is well lyrics quote unquote uh, is Friday Night Funkin' songs. I'm not going to include the vocals because that's way too obvious.
well, you
Well,
know what you
most
could
Splatoon
do.
songs have lyrics too, but the lyrics are just gibberish. So now I'm thinking about Splatoon music. Yeah.
You know what you could do? You could like you could have levels of difficulty in it. So like easy mode could have all songs with like the vocal track on it because it'd be easy to recognize. And then I don't know if you want to make it difficult, remove the vocal
Yeah,
track and just put the instrumental.
I I
Yeah.
mean the only thing with that is that the if I were to add it probably wouldn't be hard to add a difficulty thing, so I'm not worried
Um, um,
about like putting that in. The issue comes with how
um,
much it would really affect the thing because I feel like most games don't really have lyric music or things that fall into that category. So
yeah.
it
I
wouldn't
guess, yeah.
affect a lot of places.
Well, darn.
Oh, did you hear the news?
What news?
Side Order is coming out, has a release date. It's coming out on February 22nd,
Oh, that was
2024. Splatoon 3 DLC expansion pass Wave 2 Side Order.
isn't it the last DLC? I'm pretty sure
I
it's
think
the last
DLC
one.
it's
expansion pass 2.
Yeah, but the
That's what
last
it's
one. It's the
called.
last one. It's the
Who
last.
knows? Oh, wait.
Oh,
River has a message for us.
yeah. River has sent
Let's
us
see.
a
Hello,
message.
lovelies. Sorry I could not make it. I'm not feeling the best this week, but I'm glad Jem could be back. My fellow co-hosts and everyone listening mean the world to me, and I promise to make an epic return. And then go ham on this part. Drink water, motherfuckers.
Hey, I got water right here.
listen to
And I'm
her.
going.
Listen to her.
If you don't drink water, I'll pour it on my microphone and ruin it.
I don't have water. I feel like I'm gonna explode because I just ate. If I drink water, I'm gonna die. But
That's
yeah,
fair.
listen to River. Listen to River. Actually,
Yeah,
drink water.
you
Water.
all out there. This is a reminder to drink water,
This is not my
and
yeah.
also, another reminder that I was going to say earlier. We are currently recording this. We are currently recording this on Palestine Strike Week. So,
Yes.
Ooh, I did not know that. Oh,
Yeah, we should not. Let's.
we're
Yeah.
not. I can postpone the upload because I know
Yeah. That's
tomorrow
very.
is the last day.
wait,
So I'll
huh?
post it on Monday. Uh,
Wait. Can you fill me in? What is
okay,
waiting?
so starting was it Monday last week or
Yeah.
earlier this whatever. There's a strike going on uh for Palestine to like just not go to post not post anything, not go to any like businesses or anything like that. Just like full on strike just to support Palestine.
Yep.
Okay.
And that
Oh,
ends tomorrow, which is the day we normally post our podcast. So I'll be postponing our upload until same time Monday. So uh
okay.
this episode will be coming out then, and we all show our support for Palestine, right, guys?
Yep.
Yep. I have not gone to Starbucks a single time,
I've never
and
gone to Starbucks in my life, so I'm doomed.
yeah. I mean, I'm
Honestly,
glad.
like I just don't like. as someone who still is at the age where my parents do all the shopping, uh, I do not. I don't even really deal with any of the things that's being
Yeah.
striked on. Much less do we go to like McDonald's. We never go to McDonald's. I haven't been to a McDonald's
Yeah,
once in my life. So
I think I went there once when I was like 4, and there was nothing else. But never again because it sucked. It sucks anyways. But you
McDonald's
know,
is really bad.
yeah.
My brother always insists that we get McDonald's, and I'm just like, no, please don't. It's not good.
uh,
Um, I don't think he knows about it because he's pretty young, but
yeah,
mm,
I
it's good that I just tell him like, no, we're not going there.
yeah, I'm not someone who has eaten fast food a lot. There are fast food places that are good. Like personally, I've out of the few that I've been to, like I don't know if you've ever I don't even know if it's around where you guys live, but have you ever heard of Portillo's?
I've heard of it, but I've never been there.
No.
Portillo's is good. For like that's one fast food place that I like. Uh, as I can't really speak on like I haven't been to a lot of the big fast food places. Like I've never been to McDonald's, never been to Wendy's, never been to Burger King, never been to anything like that.
Okay, no, that's fine. If you don't go to Burger King, don't go to Burger King.
I've never been either.
Yeah, don't. It's not good.
Yeah, I have
You heard the man.
the
It's
the
not
like
good.
the only thing I've heard of like fast food experiences are from my parents because they've had fast food before. Uh, I I remember a couple of times my dad told the story. His single least favorite fast food place is White Castle, uh,
Is he?
because yeah, he said he would tell like a story of like uh he was hanging with some of his friends and they wanted to they wanted to go to White Castle for some reason, so they went there and my dad got like a burger or something and he bit into it and he was like, "This is the worst shit I've ever fucking tasted."
I'm not. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Look at this. This is
But
like one of their. I know listeners can't see this, but
they can
look
look
at
up White Castle
yeah, just look
shit.
up White Castle. This is like one of the first images.
That does not look appealing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like,
That looks like
yeah.
it,
Why is it
that.
square?
I don't know.
My
That makes my mouth
Minecraft
hurt.
burger?
Yeah, that's like if you search it up, that's how their burgers are. They're just like
That
square
just doesn't
patties.
look very good at all.
Yeah, no.
I'm not. And this. I mean, like, I don't. Are they like trying to make it look castle-y, like White Castle?
That would
I
be
don't know.
hilarious, actually, because like that would
that
be
hilarious and a stupid reason.
exactly like hilarious because oh my god, why would you do that? Um, so, and what I wanted to say when I started talking about side order was the fact that do you guys have advisory? Well, like, or did you have advisory
Advisory?
Advisory?
in school?
What does that
Uh
mean?
It's like homeroom, but in the middle of the day, and we don't
oh.
have
I
homeroom.
mean, I've kind of had. We don't really call it that. We kind of have something.
Yeah,
I feel like saying what it's called would it kind of point out what school I go to. So I don't want to do that. But it
everybody
was
wants
kind of
dogs
a
Amber now.
it was kind of a break period. But it's just like you go to a certain classroom
Yep,
and you just do whatever.
that's basically what
And
advisory
they
is.
can call and like teachers can call interventions, which is basically just
Mm.
you come to my classroom and do this work for me,
Yeah, that's
kind of
pretty
thing.
much what advisory is, except we have homeroom advisory every week. Basically, advisory you go anywhere you want as long as it's not closed advisory, and then you have to go somewhere else unless a teacher calls you there. And on Monday and Friday we have closed advisory where we go to a certain classroom and the school sends you a presentation about why you shouldn't take drugs or why being kind is good or something because we are in high school, and all of us high schoolers. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, lots of high schoolers do need to be reminded that being kind is good. But
Yeah.
my main point is that they put me in an advisory class with a teacher I hate and a bunch of people that don't like me very much.
Ugh.
Anyway, but that once, and they didn't do it on purpose to spite me, but I was talking about Splatoon probably, or no, I wasn't talking about it. I was thinking about it because there was no one to talk to, and at the same time, some girl was talking about religion and was like, "Hey, are you religious?" And I said, "No, not particularly." And she said, "How aren't you? How are so why are you so like something like, oh, like, are you ever truly happy?" And I was like, yeah, Side Order is coming out on February 22nd, 2024, and that's all I need in my life to be happy.
You remind me of my friend so much. uh,
Which
I'd say,
and it was a very enlightening conversation. I think that she was talking about how she was going to write a paper about why
Religion?
religion is important for happiness.
Yeah, religion is the only way to be happy. If you're happy
okay,
any other
Exactly.
way, it's
You're
false.
wrong.
It's like high from a
yeah.
drug.
But
The
no, I
drug,
wanted to say
the
that.
drug of atheism.
Atheism
That
is a
sounds like
drug.
real propaganda from something.
The Christian Church goes on their Twitter account and says atheism is a drug. Send tweet.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
but
Yeah,
yes,
but I wanted to say that I actually do also have intervention, as you said. I think I had two different versions. I have had one in middle school and I had one in high school. In middle school, I can say it's the best version because you would go home. I mean, home. You would get to school, and
you would get to
uh,
school and then you would
yeah,
go
I'm
home.
already thinking ahead. We would get to school and you'd have like a period where you wouldn't do anything, and they'd just take a roll, and they'd be like, "Okay, cool, you can go to your actual class now." And at the end of the day, you would have a seventh period because we had like 6 periods of class. So you had a seventh period where you could just do whatever you wanted. You could like play games or do homework, mostly do homework,
Damn, that
and then
sounds
you go
fun.
off to class.
I
In
love
Yeah.
my in
doing
my
homework.
middle school, they abolished fun by the time we got there.
Yeah,
Wow.
And
yeah.
like it was elementary school. Here you have recess. Wow, middle school. Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I
I
was
think we should bring back recess. I think I deserve to run up a slide again.
Hey, even courts have recess. That's what Ace Attorney taught me.
Exactly, you get it. Go. They need to build a slide in a like a courtroom, and then recess, and then you go slide down the thing, and your lawyer. It's like you're being convicted of murder. This is not the time to slide down a slide, and then you flip the lawyer off, and then you get sent to prison for a few years, and then you break out, and then you join a podcast, and that's it.
Now I have something to
Has
wonder
this ever
about.
happened to you?
Is this
true.
hashtag relatable?
It should be.
It should. But and so that was middle school, and in high school, we basically had almost the exact same thing. And it was you got a school, blah blah blah. Then you had that one, like small period where you didn't do anything, went to your first class. But for some reason, high school thought, "Hey, I like the idea of a seventh period, so that the students can do their homework that they have accumulated throughout the day." But you know what? I want to be interesting, so I'm gonna put it in the middle of the day, so they don't have a chance to work on the homework that they get for their two last classes. Because I'm quirky like
Yeah.
that, and that was basically what it was. And they didn't even call it seventh period; they just called it, was it like cat? I think they just called it a cat.
Meow.
Yeah,
Meow.
Meow.
but yeah, high
I'm glad
school's done.
everyone had a
Yeah,
wonderful
high school's
reaction to
done.
me doing that.
I didn't know how to react to that.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm leaving blank space so people can clip it and get a clean audio of it.
And people can hear my
All of our one fan.
Yeah.
my cute caca noises.
So that the River can put it on a soundboard.
River can torment me with it at a later date.
Yeah.
Uh,
You'll clap back at her like something like pure.
I still have every single recording of the games that she's played, so I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff on her.
Back with.
I love blackmail. More people should do that.
Yeah.
I am still. I don't know how much I've shared of. I don't know if I've ever shared this on the podcast of the clip of her playing Danganronpa, where she was playing through the first game, second trial. Spoilers, by the way.
I think. Oh yeah.
Spoilers.
I shared this before in. I think you shared it in the FFB.
Yeah.
Thing for it, but it's really funny.
Yeah, it was during. For those who do not know, it was. So spoiler alert. In the first game of Danganronpa, the second chapter, the victim of the case was River's favorite character. Well, second maybe, because River's first favorite character got killed in the first chapter.
It's very funny.
But in the second chapter, her then not dead favorite character became dead, and I guess this wasn't much of spoilers because I haven't even mentioned their name. I can make this without spoilers.
Exactly, I was gonna say.
But and her reaction to them getting killed was so fucking hilarious, and she actually threw her headset in reaction to it, and in doing so created the loudest fucking noise I've ever heard come from her microphone.
Yeah.
Like,
that was the noise.
It sounded like she saw them die, and then like the demon inside of her bursted out. Like she could not control the fury
of death. Whoa!
The
fury that comes with playing Danganronpa.
Very true.
Very true.
Speaking of which, I still need to play through V3. I've only gotten through the first game.
We should. Welcome to the Monkey Brains podcast, where we just play Danganronpa and everybody dies. So
River's not here. We can play it right now.
You know what's so funny?
My favorite part is when that one character dies.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite part.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Wait, are you actually referencing something specific?
No, but don't tell Amber.
It's okay. Okay.
It's funny if she thinks I am.
Talking about DR, I was thinking about it because today I went to buy a book for one of my classes in college, and
a book about Danganronpa.
No, because the funniest thing is, I walk into Barnes and Noble, and I'm looking for the book, and I find out that apparently they have remodeled the store and they have a manga section, and I did not know until I stepped in yesterday, and that was the funniest thing ever. And I really wish I could go and see if they have DR, but I'm be for real. I rather would die than
be caught looking.
Yeah, than be caught looking for it and actually checking out and using my own money with it.
God, I'm gonna look like such a loser in front of all the strangers.
I mean, it's like also that, but I don't know. I don't just want to. I feel like I would need to put on like a giant coat and a big hat and basically block out my eyes or mouth.
You do like that book cartoon trope of with the trench coat, the bowler hat
a
or
big
fedora,
shadow.
and then
Yeah,
yeah,
like a
like
big
if
shadow
you
covering
can
my
only
eyes.
see your eyes through the.
Exactly. That's cool as
That's
hell.
exactly it. Because I would not. I can't go around and just, hey guys, look at what I just bought. A piece four from no,
You slam the
the volume four of One
Danganronpa
Piece.
you slam the Danganronpa volume on the table, and then you pull out a gun and slide over the money,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the cashier just like takes it, and then you walk away.
Like, oh shit. All the women there were just
Put the
bullshitting the
Danganronpa on the
workers.
table.
And that it's like they're like you're pointing the gun. They're like, you're buying this Danganronpa manga, and then you like point the gun at yourself, and I'm like, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. That was a very funny story. Also, we never asked. Fia, what have you been doing lately? We got to Amber and we completely forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what have
What
I
have
been
you
doing
been
lately?
doing?
I've been in my room.
That's it?
I went to school a few times. And by a few times, I mean when I was supposed to go to school.
That's it? You
Yeah.
you haven't been
Thrilling.
playing anything?
No.
Okay, cool. We're moving on.
Sorry. I just haven't
You're
done
just
anything.
too boring. God damn.
I'm really not. I just don't have much to do. This is my only. I'm going to be honest. This podcast is my only form of social interaction. I get one social interaction a week, and it is this. I guess
But you talk
positive social interaction
More
because,
like one social interaction a month with how often this has been
but you
coming out.
talk
yeah,
to
exactly. My monthly social interaction. Like I said, positive social interaction. I also have social interaction where somebody asks me if I believe in God.
I I think if someone asks you if you believe in God, you should say,
Tell them I believe in the I believe in the fax machine that the Inklings warship that produces the Splatfest themes that is actually connected to a satellite which sends out radio waves which bounce off a planet and bounce back onto Earth and print out the Splatfest themes. You see,
What's that?
it's a pun because the word for paper in Japanese is the same word as the word for God in Japanese, kami. And so it's a pun, like the fax machine, paper,
Wait, so
and
they
God.
wait.
It's very silly.
The Japanese call God a kami,
What?
a
I'm rocking back and forth in the
communist,
chair right
like a
now.
commie.
No, Kame. Kami. I don't know why I said me. That'd be Kame.
I know it was a silly little joke
Oh,
about
okay.
how it
Sorry,
sounds.
that's a very goofy joke.
Haha,
Rocking back and forth in
communism.
my
Am I
chair.
right, people?
Am
I'm
I right?
disassociating. I do not.
Comrades.
I'm disassociating. I do not know these two women. I don't know why I'm trapped here. Someone please get me out of here.
You are trapped with the ladies.
Mm.
You are trapped here forever. We
I
take
am.
you see we take Gem out of cryo sleep every time we do a podcast episode.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty accurate. I haven't been. It's like it's specifically the only reason why I got on Discord today specifically was because like, oh yeah, there's a podcast today. Okay, well I'll just see if I have time. Oh yeah, I don't. I think I got everything done for today. You know what? Sure. And I've legitimately not been on Discord for almost the entire week, except for
Yeah,
like a few things I've typed out here and there. I have been trying to stay away, mainly because I don't know, I'm too busy, and just Discord hasn't been
Discord,
feeling correct to me right now.
yeah.
you
Discord
know
is
that's
how
fair.
I interact with people.
Yeah, I I have been excuse me. I most like half of the time I spend throughout my days on Discord because I like talking to people, but where else am I going to talk to them at school? Pff,
Exactly,
nah.
you get it.
That's
Honestly, I
exactly
think
what.
it's people at school know who I am, and that's a problem.
People at
Like
school seem to know who I am sometimes, but they don't bother to talk to me. So it's like
exactly,
I
like
have
it's
like
kind of
this.
like I I have a reputation to uphold, and that reputation is being strange and weird and odd and bizarre.
My reputation is being quiet and saying nothing.
My reputation is
Actually, no, that's
saying
wrong. My
everything I think.
reputation is I'm the kid who wears a top hat in school.
Trust me,
That is a cool reputation.
if all of us went to school, I would try and be friends with you. I would point on try because I can't make friends.
Dude, I am like the thing is like being online is so much better because I can not I like I'm able to know who the person is a lot more and be able to talk to them. Like I recently a little positive story to share.
Right in your day.
Yeah, r/wholesome to
r/wholesome your day.
yeah, r/wholesome seal award. Actually, they removed awards from Reddit, so
what?
Yeah. there's no more awards on Reddit anymore.
Why would they do
Thank
that?
God.
I don't know.
We are living in hell.
I mean
This is so sad.
it's like I feel like removing awards is just like fundamentally just meh because like it makes like it really made no real difference to remove them
I didn't do
the
anything, and I didn't care about them in the slightest. But
like
I don't know.
Only
it
thing
like something,
it was
something's wrong.
The only thing that it really did was just like either highlight like a comment if you gave him a high enough award, or like you could I don't know give like sometimes it was just kind of funny or it would be just like this really sad thing and with a wholesome award attached to it. But anyway,
like I'm saying, wait, can I'm not even upset at the fact that they were removed. It's just it feels so wrong. Like that's just a thing that exists. You can't like joke about how stupid it is for Reddit that Reddit Gold is a thing if Reddit Gold isn't a thing, you know?
Reddit Reddit awards are such a cornerstone of Reddit, and now they're gone, and it feels less Reddit.
I mean, maybe that's a good thing, though.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, if something feels Reddit, you're doing something wrong, definitely. But
true.
That's why I don't go on Reddit anymore. We talked about this last episode, which you should watch if you haven't already.
Yes, totally. I totally remember such a conversation.
Yeah, we conversed.
But yeah, so what I was in regards to what I was going to say, my hashtag wholesome moment for you all is I actually sometime recently was there was an artist that I followed, and I had commented on like a few of their art pieces at the time, and at some point like they didn't post anything for a bit, and I just like kind of decided, and I was just kind of like reached out to them at one point. I was like, hey, you seem pretty cool, I'd like to be friends with you. And they replied back like, yeah, sure, I kind of was thinking of asking you the same thing. And I was like, what the fuck?
Awesome.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
So we are friends currently.
Aww.
And you know, but that's the kind of thing where it's like I knew the kind of person they were because it's online. I can see what kind of I not only can listen to their conversations without feeling like a weirdo. I mean, this is Twitter, so it's not like the Twitter is the conversations, but you know, you can see things about them that you wouldn't be able to really if you like if it was in real life. I'd feel like a creep if I was listening to their conversations.
Honest, I listen to everybody's conversations, and I know a lot of things I probably shouldn't know because of that, but it's because I can't like physically block people's conversations out. That's just not something my brain can do. So I'm just always listening to everything people are saying, and sometimes it's very awkward because I'll be like, I should make a comment on what they're saying, and then I forget that that's not a normal thing that people do.
I'm able to just like generally it's like my mind wanders so much that I'm that I don't focus on what people are saying for long enough. But even then, it doesn't really matter much because most of the time I'm listening to music anyway. So it's not like I'm hearing them anyway because I'm listening to music. I have my music on pretty much the entire school day. So
Nice.
uh
Oh.
You
and
know what this?
Oh, wait. I just remembered something that. Oh, wait. You finish your sentence. I'll share my thing.
oh um like I mean listening to music is just a way to it does get kind of weird because I listen to a lot of the same stuff all the time, and I feel like I fall into this thing where it's like, oh, I've listened to this same thing like 15 times in a row already. Maybe I should listen to something else, but I don't want to listen to anything else, so I guess I'm just listening to this again. Like
For
I
real.
I got I downloaded a bunch of Ace Attorney soundtracks and I listened to that at school.
Nice.
Uh, and they're good, but also I've listened to like I have like so much. I literally have the full albums for the Phoenix Wright trilogy and Apollo Justice and Dual Destinies.
Nice.
Yep, all of them. The only
I
Oh,
one,
listen.
the
oh,
only one
cool.
I had to like YouTube to MP3 one by one was Dual Destinies because
Good.
I found the Phoenix Wright trilogy stuff on a website called Sitting on Clouds, I think it's called. And I found Apollo Justice on Internet Archive or archive.org, whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing Dual Destinies someday, though. That's something I want to do. I need to know what happens, Amber. I like how like it's like, hey, do you want to play Turnabout tomorrow? Yeah. That's not what you sound like. And then we never did. And then I cried and then I woke up 12 years later and the world had fallen apart and it was taken over by shrimp and that was really really weird. Anyway, something that did happen was I got the only interesting thing that actually did happen was that I got diagnosed with autism.
You
Awesome.
didn't already?
It's
I thought
about
you were.
damn time is what I
I thought you
say.
already were.
Nah, not officially because but you see how it is that I get pretty much all of the accommodations I need from I've been diagnosed with ADHD since I was like in fourth grade, and I get all the accommodations I need in school with that. So like there was never really a point.
Mhm.
Yay! Everybody
Sure.
say
Congratulations on your autism.
thank you. I'll be here all week.
Yeah, congratulations on.
I'm gonna send you a cake with congrats on the
Yeah,
autism on it.
do it. I like cake.
Yeah, you should have like a little,
A party,
like a little.
yeah.
You should have like a little popper on top of it. It's like
They should.
congratulations.
That's how they should have
You-
like told me instead of over like a sad Zoom meeting. Well, I was like, oh,
the doctor pulls out a popper from under the desk. It's like
"You have
congratulations,
autism."
autism, and then
Oh wait,
pulls out a string.
also
and then
some
they start like tossing confetti at the camera.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, some lieutenant from the military chased me down and tried to call the cops on me when at school. But that wasn't actually very fun. So it's not a very cool story to tell.
You're just too the your diagnosis gave you too much autistic swag, and they just
Oh no, it was a different day.
oh.
I think no, but actually, I think your explanation holds up. That is what happened. They hate me for my
We need
autistic
like
flag
a it's like
and my
a
blue hair and my
we need
pronouns.
like a version of the happy birthday song that's like happy autism to you.
That's the entire yes, exactly. Like everybody wish me a happy autism
Oh man, when's your autism day?
every day. Every day.
Every
As
day,
far as
every
I'm
single
concerned, every
hour.
day is autism day.
to set 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, uh, the for 52 weeks a year, 10 years a decade. and forever
Well,
into beyond. Autism, uh, autism forever.
Okay.
I did want to
No,
say,
that's deep.
um, back to what Amber was saying of like, oh wait, no, back to what Fia was saying about like listening to people's conversations. This reminded me of a tweet I saw, and I really 100% am like that, except a part that I saw, and it was like when someone mentions in a conversation your like obsession or hyperfixation that you're on,
Yes.
and I'm like, oh, that's me. That's absolutely me. But except in of approaching the person, I just uh not talk to them and listen to what they say.
I think I saw
There's been
someone.
quite
It
a
might have been
few
it might have
times.
been Fia retweeted, but something like there like like a little comic of someone like just sitting there and they just hear
That yeah, yeah, yeah,
noise
yeah.
and then it's like Sonic the Hedgehog and
Yeah,
it's like
that was the one. Yeah, that was the one. That's exactly the one. I
Like
yeah.
remember
you
so
with
much of that
Splatoon.
happened during high school. I remember so many people would talk about like, "Oh, did you hear about I don't know, like Fortnite, blah blah blah, or whatever." I was like, "Whoa! Oh, they talked about the thing I like.
Fortnite.
But
Thing
but
mentioned.
I
Thing
don't.
mentioned.
Thing mentioned, but
Exactly.
I no, it can't be. I don't know this person. No,
Uh,
and I
No,
can't talk to them."
for me, people have started telling me that they associate me with Splatoon so deeply that like every time somebody mentions Splatoon, they think of me. Like the person that sits behind me in my American Studies class said, "Oh yeah, my cousin wanted Splatoon 3 for Christmas, and when he said that, I thought of you." And I was like, "Thanks. That's all I've ever wanted." Like even my mom. My mom told me that she considers Splatoon a fundamental part of my personality.
You
you know,
should you should
yeah,
cosplay.
you walk up to people and yeah, like
I'm Tia. I
I'm
like
like
Splatoon.
I'm an INTS. The S stands for Splatoon.
Exactly.
Have you ever cosplayed as a Splatoon, a Splatoon
Have you ever
character?
cosplayed as a Splatoon character?
The Squid Beak
Well then, have you?
Splatoon. No. Well, yes, but not really.
You should
Complicated.
cosplay as Big Man. You just buy a big zip. You know that should be a thing. A big one
Onesie.
onesie. Yeah,
That's
onesie of Big
actually,
Man.
I know that people have done things akin to that.
I hate what the internet has done to me because you said a big one and my mind automatically went a big One Piece.
Big shot. Uh,
both
No, it's just
both
the
are
One Piece
valid.
is real.
Yeah,
Damn, I
that's
can't believe
it's
Jem knows about One Piece. I will never watch One Piece. I have to watch One Piece.
I've
I will
grown up.
never watch One Piece, not because like it. I don't have like it's not really for any reason other than God. It's so fucking long.
Exactly.
Yeah, people say it's good in some parts, but it's also super misogynistic.
Yeah,
Hey,
I also I can't get over the misogynistic
at
art
least from what
style.
I've heard, there's a canonically trans character, so
there
that's pretty
is.
cool. But otherwise,
Yeah, the only problem is that that said character shows up all the way like 1,000 chapters in.
they were like, "All right, time to get woke, cracks knuckles."
Yeah.
uh,
Can you really become woke if you are always woke?
you know, I mean, what's the Twitter account? Wokey D pronouns.
Yeah, I've heard of
Yeah.
them. See them on Twitter.
uh, it's also speaking of things like that. It's I have like kind of that association of it with the character because I have, pretty much all of my family knows that I'm a big fan of Bridget Guilty Gear. Um,
Amazing.
Yep.
I have like I have two I have two Bridget t-shirts. I have a Bridget jacket. There's a Bridget figurine currently sitting on my desk. I have a picture of Bridget hanging on the wall. uh,
Please tell me that you have like a poster, like an image of Bridget,
it's
like
Oh,
not.
I really
It's
just
I.
pictured
like
in
when
my
you
brain it was like Bridget.png on a piece
yeah,
of printer paper just hanging by from
No,
the
no.
wall with a piece of
It's
so when you
paper.
actually
wake up, you have a picture right in your view, like in this, like
like
you have a picture
Starts
in
the
the
day out.
ceiling.
yeah, pasted
Starts
to
the
the
day out
ceiling.
right.
Yeah. The unfortunate part about that is that unlike most cartoons, would have you believe, I do not wake up facing upright.
Yeah, I usually wake up face. I sleep sideways. Sometimes I sleep sitting up.
I do not. What?
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 You sleep
What?
sitting up?
Sitting?
Yeah,
How?
You are wow.
crisscross
You really are autistic.
in my bed. What do you
I'm
mean?
kidding. I'm
What
kidding.
do you mean by that?
What does he mean by that?
I'm kidding.
For a second, I thought you said you really are artistic. I was like, dang, what? Oh.
No, it's actually it's not like a poster or anything like it's like a it's like an actual art piece that one of my friends made and gave to
Nice.
me. So I have that sitting on my wall.
Nice. That's very cool.
And I think my mom drew Bridget on one of my birthday cakes at one point.
No
No.
way. That's cool.
Actually,
My mom is an artist, and but she does a lot of cake decoration. Uh so she for the past basically since we were born, she does drawings on our birthday cakes. It's kind of slowed down recently because we were like adults, but like I remember a lot of years like when it in early years I would have say Tigger from Winnie the Pooh on one of my cakes, or I was into Spider-Man, so I had Spider-Man on one of my cakes. This was when I was like 5, for the record.
Mhm.
And just usually reflected whatever series I was into. I remember I had a cake with Freddy Fazbear.
No way.
Yeah, I'm sure my
That's
mom
so
still
cool.
has. If I can get my mom to find all the like old cake images she has, I'll send them.
That'd be so
But
cool.
like I remember
no, that was one thing.
I did have a year with Nico One Shot on my cake.
No, it's not that. It's her. It's me, Freddy Fazbear.
It's most of the time it was just the way she would do it is she would just like take some art of the character or render or whatever and trace it. So like the Nico image was just her drawing of the one.
Is it just her drawing out like the main sprite that they used for Nico?
No, it was the one promo image that's like everywhere.
I think I know what you're talking about.
The one
Oh,
where
I think I know.
he's like
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
like holding the sun curled up, looking
I
towards the
actually
camera.
have
Yeah.
a part. I actually have a shirt with that, like the official, like Fangamer shirt with like the I can't speak, like a redraw of that.
Oh, I know I have the exact same shirt. I do. I swear to God, I do. It's
Was
the
it
purple
purple?
shirt, right?
Yeah.
Wow, you get
I have it,
man,
and I like.
I really
just want to say a
spread my
little thing.
influence.
Just one small thing. Just one small thing.
Yeah.
I like how inside the shirt you can find a golden clover in there, and it's so.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can find it there.
I'll look for that next time. I actually, Fangamer is pretty neat.
Dude, Fangamer has skirts with pockets, and I have 2 of them, and I love them.
Yeah,
honestly,
Celeste,
I'm of the opinion that every pants or skirts, all pants, every pair of pants and every skirt should have pockets.
Yeah, and the best part,
pockets, and shorts too. But shorts are just short pants, so they don't really count to me. One second, I'm gonna go look for the thing.
All right. The best part about for me is they do not skimp on the pockets. Like they are at like men's sized pockets. So you get all the luxurious space of a pocket while looking super femme, which is a double plus for me. Also, I have because of all the stuff I have dubbed
Holy
have a
fucking
certain
moly! You were right. There is the clover. I had to turn the shirt inside out, but I can confirm that
It is
I
there.
found it.
it has been confirmed, theory confirmed. Uh,
Matt
but
Pat, don't worry. I'm here to take over for you.
actually, I want to talk about that because it's happened in between episodes. But first, I want to mention. I have I because of like the stuff I have a certain outfit that I've dubbed my trans fit. Because it's a Bridget shirt with the Celeste skirt. So
Amazing.
I got
Wait.
the trans
That's
wear.
incredible, actually.
Were you gonna say something there, Jim?
No, nothing.
Okay.
When I would like to say, when I heard that Matt Pat, when I turned on Twitter, I saw that people were talking about Matt Pat in the past tense. I thought he had died.
Oh
Rest in
shit.
peace. See you in a shirt.
Yeah, it's oh well,
It's like
Matt
he was
Pat.
one of my favorite YouTubers, and I was like, oh shit, that guy died? Damn, I wonder how.
Rest in peace, Matt Pat. Your theories will be remembered for sometimes the right reasons.
And sometimes not.
It's funny how like it like I feel like some of Matt Pat's theories are just like such like products of the time. I feel like that one what gender is pyro video that I remember seeing, uh, which was just like I remember the conclusive. I think it was the conclusive evidence he gave in that theory was the length of pyro's the length of pyro's ring finger,
Oh,
because there was like the thing of in males the ring finger is longer than the index finger because of testosterone or whatever, and in females and gay men it's the same length.
what did he mean by that?
I don't know. I'm assuming he just like found like he was just researching something, found that like theory, and was like, "Oh, this is a real thing," and didn't bother to like
Yeah,
research it.
probably.
And
Also,
I,
he said some pretty bad shit about mental illness in the past, which is zoinks.
I mean,
How
look,
long ago? How long ago?
Yeah, I know. Like he does have that excuse, but it's still important to acknowledge that sort of stuff, in my
It
opinion.
is.
I
Like,
have
like
But
even if you're not
I
like,
kind of
you're
feel
not.
like
I feel like if you say like someone did something problematic at any time, you will get accused of like trying to cancel them and blah 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 blah. But no, I think it's just good to say like, oh, this person did X Y Z, and that's not very cool.
it's kind of good to like be like, oh, there's like they did something weird, then are they better now? If so,
Exactly,
great.
like
If
that's the
so,
thing.
great. Then they've improved as a person. We don't have to worry about it. If not,
The thing about Matt Pye
yeah.
is that he just kind of never got called out on it.
yeah. I mean,
And
like
so,
that wasn't like I feel like because it's just because the general internet just
yeah,
kind of had the same
Yeah.
mentality. Like
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah.
feel a need to call him out because like everyone thought that way.
exactly.
And
Trust me, I've said some things before that I would absolutely never ever spew out of my mouth now. So
I haven't, but I'm happy for you. Or sorry that happened.
I remember I remember when when I was like 8, uh and I remember hearing the term just like randomly from I don't remember where, like some sort of term that involved the F slur, but I didn't know what it meant, and I just thought it sounded funny, so I said it occasionally.
that's exactly what happened to me.
No.
I used to say I know it's not something I should be happy about or sounding happy about. Trust me, I know. Uh I remember before I did used to say the T slur, but that's absolutely because I did not know what it meant. I
Yeah.
thought I thought it meant like old grandma. That's why
Damn.
I thought that's what it meant. So that's why I was like, "Oh, you're such an old grandma." And until now, until recently, I've actually understood what I meant. Like,
You
oh yeah,
know.
I'm not gonna say that anymore.
Just now he knows.
Whoops.
Like it's
Uh,
when I was A
Wait,
child. I kind of. You see, I'm in that sort of like very, very, very mature for a child, immature for an almost technically immature for an almost adult kind of area where
gifted
like I
kid
was
syndrome.
gifted kid syndrome exactly. Like I just kind of figured things out. Like I don't know. I tended to. I was on the internet a lot, but the thing is that I was on part of the internet that was very like the sort of like very friendly 2015 internet, which did exist. I found a very small group of people that were very nice, and I spent
Wait,
most of my time
huh?
interacting with them. And I lied about my age. I was like 12. I pretended to be 15, and I genuinely got away with it.
I,
Like I
I
got, I mean, I tell you what, I got away with pretending to be 15 until all of them left the site we hung out on, and I was alone, and they never figured it out.
what site are you talking about? I feel like you're describing a site. What site are you?
Mostly Scratch.com.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
I thought you were
I
talking
use it
about
as a
something
social.
else.
Oh no, no, you don't understand. I use that as a social media site. Like,
I
No, that's
post I
fine.
post my I post my I post my blogs in terms of a scratch game.
I
oh
thought you were
no, yeah,
talking about
basically.
what was it? Amino.
Oh god, no, not Amino.
Yeah.
I was on Amino for like maybe a couple weeks. I never I like it wasn't because and I didn't stop because it was like a bad experience. I just stopped because I never did anything on it and didn't care to do anything on it.
I don't like to talk about
Yeah.
Amino.
I never got into Amino. I knew that was back when I was in the UT fandom, but I knew that a lot of stuff went down there, but I didn't speak English and frankly I didn't care, so I never went on it. And you know what? I'm glad I didn't because all I hear from Amino is like wartime stories.
Yeah,
So
It's just that
basically.
it's whenever you hear Amino, it's just that one image of like the soldier looking at the camera really
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
1,000
That is
yards
Amino.
there.
Like
yeah.
I can't be like honest. Like I feel like my experience on the internet was pretty much just Scratch.com and the games on Scholastic website, which haven't been preserved, which makes me very sad. That's it. Nobody cared enough to preserve them, and they all ran on Flash, and now they're gone.
Well, I mean, you still got some things
I
saved
still
for
have the
Flash, but
memories.
I guess it's not the things that you needed to be saved.
I have them. The memories live on.
Yep. Well,
Um, yeah, that
what was
was
I
like
gonna
my
say?
thing. I just like that was mostly how I found out about all like lots of things.
What
Just
do you
like
mean lots of things?
just like generally, just mostly it was like queer stuff. Like
Oh,
it was very cool, very nice. I just like it was just like a space where people knew about that stuff and talked about it openly, and it made me feel very good about myself. So it was. I did not have a very traumatizing early internet experience. And then I found out what Newgrounds was, and then everything went downhill from
oh
there.
no. Uh-oh.
Because I
I
wasn't actually
I
very active on
honestly
there. I just kind of played. Like I would go to the game section. I would filter by point and click adventure games. Then I would filter by the highest rated ones, and then I would play all of them. And that's all I
I
did.
was the
Okay.
only experience I ever had with Newgrounds pre FNF was I realized that you could play Riddle School there.
Oh yeah, those
That
games
was
were
it.
great. I
I
love them.
think
Those
It
games were my
didn't matter
favorites.
much because like it was that part of my life where I watched everyone play things instead of playing
Yeah,
them
that's like a
myself.
thing.
So like
Like a really like my mom like I used to watch Let's Plays and my mom was like, why are you watching those people play the games? Why are you playing those games by yourself? Like, no.
I remember I remember that actually reminds me of something. When I was a kid, um, I used to love watching Minecraft Let's Plays by this one Spanish YouTuber. And okay, for those who speak English, which is basically like literally everybody that listens to this podcast,
Call the
um,
person.
Yeah, like okay, so Spaniard Spanish and regular like Latin American Spanish is very different. Spaniards usually their language is a little bit more strong. Think of it like Australian English and like regular English. Like Australians definitely
Because
swear
Australians
more.
aren't regular.
Yeah.
You should have said
No,
British
no, no,
English
no.
if you were talking
Yeah,
about people that weren't regular.
yeah. But but think of it in the way like Australians have like they swear
Oi,
more.
cunt.
Like yeah, like word yeah, such words like that. They will like for them it's not such a bad word, but for us it is. That's kind of like the difference between like Latino and slash Spaniard Spanish. And I used to watch a Spaniard YouTuber. He did Minecraft, and he swore a lot. But I've been looking back on some videos, and he it isn't like swearing like in a grotesque way. He's just using it as like filler for commentary. But my mom did not absolutely like that whatsoever. So she found out one day and then confiscated my phone for like God like 2 weeks, and I got so traumatized and scared that I think I started watching English YouTubers after that, so that she wouldn't understand.
I, I
I
found it funny. Speaking of other languages, just like a side thing, I was playing Dragon Ball Fighters with Adam recently, uh, and we and like in the middle of us, like at some point during us playing, Adam had like to get a call from, like got a call from his mom, and uh, he's Italian for the and he was
Mhm.
for those who don't know, and he was
like
obviously
me.
speaking a different language, and he was unmuted. I could hear what he was saying, but and then when he comes back, he was like, "Oh, I wasn't muted." And I'm like, "I couldn't understand a word you said. It's fine."
Or like it's
Yeah.
very similarly like my obvious like my dad is Algerian and he watches a lot of things in Arabic and stuff. And the thing I've noticed about people like it very very loud. My dad is very loud, and everybody like all of the like these news sources they just talk very loudly. And once I said that, and people thought that I was trying to like as an offhanded comment, and people thought I was trying to be racist.
Wow.
Like no, but no, and but that on that topic, like I keep thinking that people are having like heated debates when really it's just some guy talking about the weather. Like so on like honestly now when I hear my dad like screaming like not like scream just like talking loudly in another language and it sounds like he is angry. He's usually just talking to his brother over the phone.
Um,
I just find that very silly, or like not even silly, just like interesting in how people's tones change drastically with what language. Like how the expected tone for language is drastically different depending on what language you're saying
yeah.
in.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
as someone who speaks one language, I cannot relate.
As someone who speaks like
I will say,
1.25 language,
I will say
some
that
French, like I'm fluent in English, but I also speak some French and some Japanese. So like, you know,
hey, say, I want bread in Japanese.
trying to think. Once, let me write it out. I think it'll be
Okay.
easier, like if I, because I know that
Wait,
I know all these words.
Allow me to ink it.
Yeah, exactly.
wait, oh, wait, hold on. Is that how you say it? Uh, English into Japanese. Probably not gonna work.
Did you think me saying allow me to ink it?
Oh, never mind.
No, I'm not speaking Japanese when I said allow me to ink it.
Oh,
What?
okay. Uh, okay.
It you
Wait,
know
there's bread in. Wait, what's bread in Japanese?
Han.
Oh, okay, like Spanish.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
The
fun.
only thing I know
I
about
know
bread in other languages, in French, it's pain, and that's all I hear
that.
about it.
Yeah, that's great.
It's really funny.
Yeah, it's like every time. It's always like you bring up French. It's either God, I hate the French, or did you know bread in French is pain?
Yeah.
That's like the
Yeah,
two
I like
times you ever
how
hear about French online.
French is such an interesting language because food gets made into like very bad.
They
Uh,
fished out chocolat.
yeah, uh, like bread turns into pain, fish turns into poison. It's really a
Poisson.
language. Yeah, I know
They
it's poison, but
talk about
I
the
mean it's poison.
isn't French supposed to be the romance language?
Yeah, it's actually the I'm gonna
It's your
assassinate you
pain and
language.
poison.
Yeah. Eh, moi,
I,
no.
I, I've just been kind of waiting for, like, you've
You
all
know,
been conversing.
actually,
I've just been kind of waiting for my turn to say I want bread, and
Just say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it.
I
Say it
think
right
it
now.
would be okay. I'm not fluent, so maybe this is wrong. I think it would be panda tabetai. Tabetai? Tai. Yeah, tabetai.
Ande
Sorry, I get
tapetai.
confused. There's so much like like tabe mess and stuff. Like that's not it. That's like a
uh,
whole different thing. It's confusing. Okay, I get these words mixed up a lot.
Oh,
that's fair. It's funny that I follow a lot of Japanese people on Twitter just because artists.
Yeah.
Uh, it's it. One thing that I've noticed about Japanese people is two things actually. One, they really don't like showing their face. Two, they really like taking pictures of food,
yeah.
and that's of course that's most likely just like a culture thing. Um, but I just find it interesting, and also like like a lot of there's a few artists that I follow for like there's a decent amount of like in the Toho sphere. I follow like a few Toho artists, and there's like people in the Toho sphere that will draw like one character religiously and like no one else. But uh there's a few that I follow that draw my favorite Toho character, which is Nazrin, uh, which sometimes gets a little weird because the amount of times I see like her, but I see like feet art or panty shot art is a
Oh
lot.
God.
Ah,
Okay, I was
that's too
right.
far.
I was confused because like I was trying to remember. There is a very tabatai. I keep thinking I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I really don't think I am. It's the specific. It specifically implies that you want to eat something, and I was very scared that I was using the wrong. I was not using. It was not the correct one. So like,
All
yeah,
right.
there's a specific like term that uh, for wanting to eat something. Like, and I was very worried that I was not using the correct one, but I was. Haha.
Yay!
Yeah, you spoke in Japanese.
I
You did
said,
it. But yeah, my point with what I brought up being, the Japanese can sometimes be extremely horny for some reason.
I
Yeah.
think that applies to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I
like
mean,
not
that's
every
what
person. I
I
mean
mean,
like
like
every
I
group of
feel
people.
I like it's kind of I feel like to granted, like I feel this could probably apply very well to everyone as well, but I feel like the Japanese are almost more like open about it.
Who
Like
knows?
very openly, like, yeah, I find this character sexy, or I feel like it's not even that, it's just like cuteness, like they look so cute in that very sensual pose.
I guess. I guess.
At least that's what I gather from the shaky Google translated Japanese text.
To be fair, Google Translate can't do anything right. Like Google Translate is so funny to me. I love it. It's great, but it's great in a very funny it's great in a way that I would never actually use it if I was trying to translate something. Like usually my process for translation is like trying to break down sentences and like figuring out, okay, this character is saying this thing. I don't know what this word means. I'm going to go find out what this word means. Like if I figure out the sentence structure to kind of get the gist of what they're saying, and then like look up words in like actual dictionaries that I don't know to find out how to say it.
I always, I always find it
Like,
interesting how different languages go about like certain things. Because I recently looked through like a Tumblr post going over like um the how characters in Ace Attorney refer to themselves, how other
oh yeah,
characters
I know
refer to
that
them, and
post. I've actually
uh
used that post to, like as reference for my translations of Ace Attorney comics. Like that's very helpful post. Like now I have like the script for Ace Attorney 4 in English compared to its Japanese. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking like over you, but like I downloaded that. It's like has the English line and then it has the Japanese line below it, so I can compare the two. But yes, I know what post you're talking about. It is very good. I would recommend it.
yeah, but I remember reading about that, and I just think it's really interesting how like they have so many ways of referring to people that differ, and that differ depending on different like statuses or like things like that, and how like the and like the honorifics that they append to the end of your name depending on like if you're like hierarchically above or below, or if you're in a certain relation to them. I also found out from a recent video that that comparably in Japanese, if in like private settings, usually you wouldn't do an honorific because it's just more casual. Um,
Yeah,
in
that is.
Korean,
Yeah,
that is not the case. You always use
hmm,
honorifics, generally speaking.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I recently my favorite channel. In case I think I've talked about them on the podcast before. It's Moon Channel. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well, I know you've talked about them
I
on
know I've
VC. I
talked
don't
to
know.
them with you. I just don't remember if I've ever mentioned them on the podcast. But they recently put out a video, which was it's a first part of gotcha drama and the Korean gender war. Uh, and the first part is basically a bunch of history to set up for the second part, but it's interesting. It's always because they do a lot of like they have to do a lot of history analysis for their videos. Like they made an hour and a half video on why do you always kill gods in JRPGs, and like a solid hour of it is just Japanese history to explain it.
I tried to explain a comic, one of the comics on the Ace Attorney website, where the joke is just that Athena is misreading a kanji in Simon's name on purpose, which is completely you cannot translate it to English because it literally the title of the comic is the Japanese language. It is completely, you know. And I tried to explain it, and in my explanation, I just went on a anyway. So 1 second, let me find it. I have it written in my notes app because I keep everything in my notes app is
Did
saved.
you just go on a
Anyway,
tangent
did you
about like
know, despite him using the honorific dono in the English version, in Japanese he calls people blah, 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 slang from the Edo period, Japan. And like it's basic I just went on an entire rant about slang in Edo period Japan. I guess not what is it, Edo? Who knows? I should know actually. But that is just my life. Yeah, I think it
ranting
would
about
be
things
Ado.
online?
Yeah.
I think
But yeah, translation is like one of the joys in life I have. I want to know.
yeah, I mean, I want to learn a language, but the thing is, like, my attention span for things like that, I mean, not things like that, but just anything. I have a very bad attention span, and that does not really help for me to learn a language. So it's like I'll go into it and I'll be like, okay, I want to learn a new language, and I'm like, oh, this is hard, and then I don't do it for like 15 weeks.
Yeah. French is a language that exists. I hate it. I only learned it because I know it's widely spoken in Algeria. But like in recent time, that they don't. And you see, the thing about Algeria is that they fucking hate the French and everything. Basically, like everything to do with the fact that French is a thing in their country because genocide and imperialism, which completely understandable. The French can go eat a brick and all that, but like they're moving towards like trying to like basically like replace French with English as a national language. And I don't know if you know this, but I am fluent in English sometimes.
I didn't know that.
Now you
That's-
do. Yeah, if
shocker.
you didn't know that this entire we're actually speaking in an alien language right now. We
have a live
translate
we
this
have like
podcast
we have like yeah, it's a live like audio dubber.
translation process. Yeah.
Didn't you know? It's just so we can appeal to the
wider demographic of humans.
Yeah, it's actually whoever listens to our podcast, it's automatically translate to your language. Don't ask how. I'm not telling you.
Definitely. But actually, it does translate to any language, but it only works if that language is English.
Yep.
Sorry, we're still working out the bugs.
Also, I was gonna we got like really off topic. From what I was gonna.
We have.
Oh my god, that never happens. That never happens
way.
on this podcast.
This podcast is just like a series of us getting off topic.
that's the charm of what we do, I guess.
The charm to our many fan.
Yep. But I want to go back to Matt Pat leaving because.
Oh yeah, we were talking.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
That for 2 seconds, and then we were like, anyways.
Yeah.
The thing about I don't know YouTube.
Yeah, I remember like going on Twitter and like seeing this because like I mean I don't watch Matt Pat as much anymore obviously, but like it is kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, I used to watch him all the time.
Yeah, I watched him a lot.
And then one day I just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
I think the last time I watched him was when we were making fun of his theories when I was making fun of his theories with you.
Oh yeah, we watched a bunch of game theories.
We should
together.
do that, like as like just Gem.
I'd
be down.
Not like on the podcast, just for fun sometime.
We do it post podcast. We just start pulling up game theory videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
that one makes me angry.
If you guys are, yeah, the Splatoon one is so funny because it's I really. I
don't know. Are you? Oh, it doesn't. It's not like if you played the goddamn game for 2 fucking seconds.
I like it's really funny. It's like it's just really funny when he makes like a theory. Like I know you could call it ignorance just for the sake of you could call it ignorance for the no hang on, let me finish.
Oh wait, yes.
you could call it ignorance for the sake of like putting a theory out there and just like doing it anyway. Like if maybe for all we know, maybe there's times in like those theories where like towards the end of the script of like the research process or the script making process, he finds like a tidbit that just like turns over his theory and he's like, at that point it's just kind of like sunk cost, like like I've already made this theory. I can't just like throw all this work away just because I mean
just because
YouTube algorithm does not
I know
when you do things.
I'm joking. I'm being goofy. I'm being a goofy guy, just a goofy goofster.
Yeah, but I feel like that's probably something that's I feel like that has to have happened at some point in his theories. But whenever it's like that, it's just funny to me because it's like he goes on this he like whether it's right or wrong, like at least in his Splatoon one, he was right, which is actually kind of cool that he was right because that means that there's like base in his Splatoon theory, like are they kids or are they squids? Yeah, they're squids, which is confirmed in game, but it's cool that it can be confirmed through uh the ways that he did, even if it was obvious. But it's also still fun, but it's just kind of funny when it's wrong, like like his Metroid X Parasite theory, where he was like, actually, these alien creatures actually held the X, and they've been living on Samus's ship to spread it. When there's a dialogue line in one of the games where the ship scans them and says they don't have the X Parasite. So,
I want to show you one of my favorite videos. Like this is one, like not one of my favorite. This is from one of my favorite YouTubers who basically they talk about. They're great. They talk about Splatoon stuff. And here is the video that they uploaded on April Fool's Day.
Are you a squid or a kid?
It's
Wait, just
are you a squid or a kid? Splatoon solved,
no,
and the
just
thumbnail.
like, just,
I can't watch it. I'm recording.
oh no, it's 2 seconds long. Oh wait, you can't watch it. You're
Wait,
recording.
it's 2 seconds.
Wait, it's 2 seconds long.
Wait, hang on.
They're squids.
Amazing.
Oh, cool.
It's they just say
For the-
they're squids.
For the people at home, it is just a video of them saying they're squids with like the image in game that is basically just saying, yeah, they're squids, which is something that you would know if you literally just by playing the video game.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I think it's
Did the theory come out before the game? I think it did.
Wait, hang on. So I actually got. Can I open that in browser? I can. Okay. So I actually got that specific theory recommended. So that theory was posted April 25th, 2017.
Yeah,
keep in mind.
February, March, and April, May, June. Okay, yeah, I think it came out before Splatoon.
Okay, well then that's fair.
It's still stupid.
I mean, not as much. Okay. No, I just looked at in the description. He linked like other theories, and it's the other theory links are Nintendo's secret plan for the Switch.
I wonder what that could be.
Luigi is insanely rich. His Mario is mental theory. I'm surprised he's.
Oh God, I hate that one so much.
My secret is out. Global gamer. Not sure what that one is. Who is WD Gaster? And we solved Dark Souls 3.
I still find his Hollow Knight theory funny.
Oh yeah,
Hollow Knight theory like the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, the knight is actually the brother of the Pale King or something like
that. God, he made a Garten of Banban theory.
I think he's actually self-aware about the fact that it is a stupid thing to do.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I still something I still don't like. People say like, okay, guys, I'm playing Garten of Banban, but like it's gonna be bad, but they still play it anyway. And you're still giving the game.
It is a very fun level of comedy to watch people who hate Banban play it. Like it's really like one thing that
I don't know anything about it, but it's probably
I'd have to, like one thing that I love is I've brought up YouTubers I watched before, but I watch 8-Bit Ryan, and 8-Bit Ryan is played through. 8-Bit Ryan is one of those people like he kind of plays the YouTube game where it's like the big all caps or like the general all caps titles with like this game was like someone made this game and it's really cool, or this game is really scary, or kind of thing. His titles for Garten of Banban, like he made his video on Garten of Banban 6. I should also mention like in all of his thumbnails he has like some sort of like reactionary face, like image. He looks like really shocked, or he's like looking scared, or he's like laughing or something like that. All of his videos
game with like a white outline at the other side.
Huh?
Like you have the reaction image like and then you have like a character from the game doing something, and
Yeah,
for like the watch
it's always
time, it's
like
like
a big
the
reaction, like
arrows.
a reaction pulled from the video, and like on the side, it's just like like heavily edited part of the game of like one of the characters or something. One of those very like grab your attention thumbnails. But it's really funny because for Garten of Banban, his title is just like in all caps, Garten of Banban chapter number, nothing else, with like a period at the end. And the thumbnail is like it's the same style, but instead of a reactionary face, it's just him looking like neutral, like
I need to search.
Amazing.
like staring at it, like
That is like I feel
I need
like
to search it up.
the fact that every single other video is like a gaming YouTuber's sort of title. I feel like that title is like the punchline to a long running joke.
yeah. It's really fun. I also appreciate like the way that other YouTubers do it. Either most other YouTubers do some sort of like I know, like say Jacksepticeye has made a video on every chapter, and like it's usually just, and like the most recent one for chapter 6, the title is just Garten of Banban 6 has broken me.
Oh.
That's the title. Like, and the funny thing is, there's also Markiplier who has not played through chapter 6 yet, to my knowledge,
I watched Markiplier.
but has played
It's
through
cool.
has played through every other chapter, and he doesn't really do. He's more wacky with his thumbnails. He doesn't like they're kind of YouTuber thumbnails, but not really. Like generally, it's just like some sort of like very like visually appealing edited screenshot of the game he's playing. But I really like his Banban thumbnails because it's just like a picture of the character against like a solid color background, and it's just like the character is saying ban in like really small text.
I kind of want to watch that video. I haven't those videos because I just don't care.
I also just appreciate like Markiplier's thumbnails are just like the way just Markiplier just does everything is so, because he knows that he's popular. He doesn't need to build that popularity anymore. So he knows that he can get off on brand recognition alone. He doesn't really need to do the whole YouTubery
Exactly.
thing. So a lot of his thumbnails are actually pretty unique in terms of the general YouTube sphere. And plus like and he doesn't just use his reaction face, like those cutouts of his faces as like reaction. He like stitches them onto characters or things to make it more just more fun. uh and sometimes there's this thing like uh he played it like I went to his channel just to look at thumbnails, and he played, and there's one where it's like uh where he played a game called the Hello World Loophole. Don't know what it is. Haven't watched the video. But the thumbnail is just like one of the images of his face edited to look creepy on a white background, and below it in Comic Sans it says, "I'm sick and don't want to make a thumbnail," which is very fun.
Okay, wait, what was fun? What happened?
Oh, I was talking about Markiplier's unique. Oh God, sorry.
Oh, the thumbnails.
Yeah, his unique take to thumbnails, and I was pointing out one of his videos. It's like the thumbnail is just a picture, one of the images of his face, edited to look creepy on a white background, and below it in Comic Sans it says, "I'm sick and don't want to make a thumbnail." Also, I was scrolling through and remembered that he played a game called Skibbity.exe.
He did. He did. He was like,
So
I
that
don't
was
know
the
what
thing.
skibbity toilet is. But let's
Yeah,
see
like
what-
I still don't know what it is, honestly.
it's I mean, you don't need to know much. Also, I dude, I was about to like shift gears a bit because there was something I wanted to bring up with game theory. And it's kind of like I was gonna bring up is one thing, but then I saw another thing. Point is, I mean, I noticed something earlier that I wanted to bring up on uh Game Theory channel, which is 6 months ago. He uploaded a video on Just Dance lore.
What?
Yeah,
I
like
don't know what
it's
it is.
literally like
That's not even possible.
like it's literally it like the title is just Dance has lore. So I guess there's I mean, but I was going to say something about that, and I scrolled down a bit, and then there's a video titled "Game Theory." I'm uncomfortable, and I love it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm assuming that's not a theory video. That's more of like a him commentary,
Talking,
like
yeah.
video. But like,
The only
it's-
way I can see Just
After
Dance
this
having
episode,
lore.
wait, after we finish recording, do you want to watch the Just Dance Theory?
I would
Well, the only
I,
way it
Yeah,
always
well,
has lore.
all of us can watch the Just Dance Theory.
it's
Well,
yeah.
that'd be awesome.
I always find it funny, like
I want to do it.
it like there's a level of humor that in like his like he's so it I feel like it's just like because again it's the YouTuber
He has
thing
to
like
be aware. He has to be aware.
yeah
of what he's
I
saying.
feel like it's
Exactly.
the it's I feel
But,
like it's
like,
the YouTuber
also
thing
true.
of like he knows what he's doing but he also knows that these kind of things will get clicks. It's a point that was brought up in another I watched a YouTuber and they brought up this point of like people give shit for channels having like all these like really dumb looking thumbnails. But the thing is,
But, like,
is that
that's
people
what
click
works.
on the thumbnails, and if people just and people can make more interesting thumbnails, but it's not efficient because it's not worth it to because you're getting way less interaction if you make a less interesting thumbnail. So you gotta
Yeah.
get all the things to draw your attention because if you don't, it's a bad thumbnail. But so it's the kind of thing like MatPat has to be aware of it because that's just playing the YouTube game. If you're playing
Exactly.
if you're playing the YouTube
Play
game,
YouTube
you're aware of what you're doing.
game, play YouTube game, win YouTube prizes.
But like
as they say.
but like the funny thing is there's so much like the fact that he has to make it ridiculous, and this goes for a lot of channels, but Game Theory is a really fun one with that. But like they're just so ridiculous to the point of like this is like its own genre of comedy. Like I scroll down and I see Game Theory. These 25 Pokemon are dead because of you. And the thumbnail is Squirtle and Charmander crying at Pikachu's grave with the caption "Dead forever."
I
want
to know.
It
does make me want to know.
I also God, the fucking Game Theory Dream is my son. Dream face reveal.
You would definitely not want.
I think it was people comparing him to Dream.
Yeah, it was just a theory about like because he looks kind of like MatPat. It's like I love it reminds me of back to Markiplier temporarily, but it reminds me of that one video Markiplier made of like going over like rating lookalikes of him. Like he went through characters that people said looked like him and like rated them on how much he thought they looked like him.
I think that I don't know. It's very completely different genre, but I know that Danny Gonzalez did that. I like his. Very nice.
I feel like I've gotten that
but
video
like
recommended
honestly,
before.
everything there are so many just random like just most.
It's
I don't know. Like
any
I think that
sort
you
of
could say
like
that most. I think you could say that most white guys with short brown hair kind of look like him. Like you could like be like, yeah, I see it if you were like told.
What are you giggling at over there?
Did you see something funny like a cat? Or something else like a meme?
Who is that?
When your song, your song come on.
I'm eating Oreos, and I was thinking of like an image of there's like a picture of like a little creature eating a big watermelon and getting their cheeks full. And I tried to finding it, and I remembered this image, and I went with this one because I started laughing.
It's a okay. So for the viewers, there is an image of a plush version
Um,
of some character. I'm not
hold
sure.
on.
Eating a watermelon.
It's a plush of Nobara from Jujutsu Kaisen, and
Oh,
she's eating
okay.
a watermelon, and it's really funny, and I remember it from Twitter, and I started laughing when I saw it.
That is very fun.
Oh, continue, Amber.
Uh, I I don't even remember what I was talking about. I got distracted by watermelon. I mean, I can there's more fun. Uh, there's always more fun things on game theory. Like you can look at you pointed it to half the thumbnails and it's just anything. Oh God, there's the. I found a there. Not only have I scrolled down to the theory that me and Fia react watch together, which is the Nurse
the
Joys of
Pokemon
Pokemon.
one?
Yeah.
Oh gosh! And wait, I
The-
actually still think I have the image on my phone of
yeah,
Shiny.
yeah.
Oh, no.
It's so
That
for
was
people
so
who haven't
bad.
watched that video, and for people who don't bother to watch that video, one of the points in that video that
Is that wait? Can I say
Made
it?
that Matt Pat made. Oh, sure, you
Okay.
can go ahead.
Just because I feel like talking. I don't know. One of
Oh,
the
this
points
one.
in that video is that Nurse Joy is a Pokemon who has shiny and regional forms, and regional form is when she has slightly different hair and a different art style because that is Sun and Moon's art style.
Yeah, it's just like
and that is how she looks.
regional is
And
just
the
like
second one,
the way she appears in different games because she has a
Yeah, and
different
different-
appearance. It's a regional variant.
and different art styles. And the shiny version is I don't know what episode this is from, but it is
It's
Nurse Joy.
Orange
but with,
Islands, I'm pretty sure.
oh, Orange Islands, which apparently I've never seen that part of the anime. Nurse Joy has a dark or tan skin, and apparently that is the shiny variant. And I don't. There's something deeply wrong with that to me that I cannot put into words.
It's like walking on the line of being racist. Like it's not like it. I wouldn't call it racist, but it's hard to call it not racist too.
Exactly.
It's like, and also it's worth mentioning that if I am remembering correctly, and that is Orange Islands. The Orange Islands are like tropical islands, so you would presumably have tan skin if you lived there.
Yeah.
Also, I scrolled down far enough to find his Friday Night Funkin' theories. So
I thought you would say like you scrolled far down enough to find that best boobs in gaming video.
oh god, dude, that is like that's like
That is
really.
mental pressure.
I love I my favorite thing was people saying like people were saying like his last video should be a sequel.
yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
Must
now
there to be a sequel to the boobs video?
yeah, the best boobs in gaming. I remember watch. Have you ever actually watched that video?
No,
Okay.
I don't want to.
Okay, I did. The video is just about like like the physics and if the like which characters boob physics means they have actual boobs versus like prosthetic boobs or whatever. Reminder that this was 11 years ago and the graphics of games 11 years ago.
Goodness gracious.
And so yeah, he had some interesting like he had some interesting stuff. Like some of his, I remember when I was, oh well, there's the TF2 Pyro video. But I remember like there was a time when me and my sister watched game theory a lot, and we had a lot of fun with pulling up old game theory videos and watching them in 2x speed for some reason. And Damn, he made a video on game theory. Are video games anti-LGBT 9 years ago? Also,
Yeah, sometimes.
yeah, I kind of
Kind of depends on what game you're playing, right? Like, of course, many games from years ago are rooted have like really horrible stereotypes, but like, I don't think you could be like, is the concept of video games homophobic? I mean, come on,
Man.
Celeste exists.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, like I like some of his older theory. A lot of his older theories were very hit or miss. Also, I find it very poetic that the first video he ever did the green the like bold green font on was his Five Nights at Freddy's video. Every
Oh
other
my gosh, I was kidding.
every single other one before that uses like Times New Roman.
Times New Roman, that's a
And
font
the
that happens.
FNAF video was the first one he ever used the green font on, which is really funny. I remember I watched a lot of these like old 8 year ago videos. Like I think that's probably around the time that I actually started watching the his videos. There's Sans' Nest. How wonderful. I love how the Sans' Nest is just like it will never leave him. It's been 7 years since that theory came out, and in his part in and Scott Cawthon specifically requested for Matt's name tag in the movie to be Ness because of that theory, which is really
God.
funny. and not and like uh the fucking and Toby Fox making the Sans in Ness's costume sprite for his leave of YouTube, which is also really funny.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Toby Fox has infinite respect for that.
It's also really funny because the last time everyone thought that Toby Fox hated him because the last time they ever interacted was Toby Fox like berating him for not including the link to
which was good of him. I
dude did
I like
not hold
that,
back.
That was kind of how do they say quote end quote based.
I mean, he probably talked not publicly.
Yeah,
They
maybe.
probably talked in DMs and sorted it out.
But yeah, I mean, we never know.
I didn't know that, but like, cool.
I also
No,
I do like.
I'm just saying they probably did. Not like you know that they.
Yeah, I also honestly I kind of miss that he. I kind of miss when he did these because he doesn't really do them anymore. But I really liked when he did theories that were more like
science based.
Yeah, like
and
science
not lore based. Like those are cool. Those were always my favorite. But like he never. Like I think that the coolest theories are based on like science and statistics. Those were always my favorite.
Yeah, like there was always like a nice little thing about like could the like what would happen what would happen if we applied real world logic to the physics of this thing. Like there's always something fun about those.
Unrelated, but I can't. Miku has taken over my entire Twitter notifications.
I have
everybody. Yeah, because everybody's drawing her as creepypastas
now. Oh yeah, because like someone posted Aoni Hatsune Miku and everyone's
tweeting it. Posted what was it? Miku the Killer. And I was like, well, that's cool. And everybody started doing it. Oh no, now I gotta like everything.
Now I gotta show my appreciation. But yeah, that also I decided to sort by I was curious. I sorted game theory by most popular theories. Surprisingly, his I mean, his most viewed theory is obviously his first FNAF theory, but his most viewed video in his entire channel is his first game lab video,
Huh.
which has 98 million views. Uh, is can gamers survive the real Mirror's Edge?
Could I?
First episode of MetPet. Well, I don't know. Watch it. But yeah, like besides that, his next five most popular videos are FNAF, followed by Duck Season, which is interesting.
Oh, I love that theory. That was
Yeah,
like my
that theory
favorite.
was
And then I
good.
found out that it was written by one
Unfortunately,
of
the
Good
devs
theory.
were like,
it was
"Nice
written
theory,
by
but
one
you're
of my-
wrong."
Yeah, I know. That was such a good theory. Yeah.
It was a really good theory. It's kind of a shame that it was not.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it was. I think I like it so much because it was written by one of my favorite YouTubers. Like, it was Ghost
Duck
King.
Season.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
theory. It was.
Duck Season.
It was.
God, I wish
was-
I would love, because I've watched people play it, and because I never had a VR headset, but I wish I could play Duck Season for myself, like fresh. I can't because I already know everything that happens. But
Yeah,
it seems like such a cool game to
It's such
play.
a cool concept.
Yeah, and like
It like seems. I don't know. It feels like there's like a deeper story there.
mhm.
You know.
Like, I mean, I think with the same company has released Bone Lab and Boneworks, which I think expands on the story. And those
really?
games, yeah, they've made two, and Bone Lab and Boneworks are also both VR games. Those also look
They
really
good?
cool because what they do is they work a lot with they kind of like break out of the box of what you can do with VR. So they add like all these really cool like things you can do. I've only watched people play it, so I can't really like say like 100%. And also, they have like built-in mod support. They are heavily moddable, so you can do like
Oh, nice.
a bunch of cool shit with it. Like the main game isn't especially big, but the like customization.
Like the draw is what you can do with custom content.
Yeah,
Like Mario Party, or not Mario Party. Sorry, Mario Maker.
Yes, Mario Party.
Shush.
But yeah, I honestly, those are cool, and I find those games to be really awesome. I do kind of they're I don't know. I feel like I would want them to make another horror game like that because personally, I'm a big fan of horror games. The problem is that there's so many horror games that aren't that interesting. That like it's just kind of like very similar to most other horror games. And when a horror game does something unique like what Duck Season did, it's really cool. And you know, that was kind of the thing for FNAF back in the day. FNAF was a new thing that people had never seen before. It was a whole new concept. And
Yeah.
that's why FNAF was so stand out. And really any popular horror game. I mean, well, some popular
Not
horror
Garden of
games.
Banban.
Some popular. I was. Well, that's. I'm not counting that. That's barely horror. Like it's technically a horror game, but I don't count that because it's stupid.
Good.
But like some popular horror games are not that really amazing. Like Bendy was just just kind of a walking simulator, really. And also, I think there was evidence to show that not this isn't confirmed, but people suspected that MatPat made the theory of Bendy the Ink Demon is actually supposed to be Joey Drew, and which obviously the ending does not align with that. Joey Drew is not Bendy, but there's audio in the file of there's like in the files there's audio of someone calling the Ink Demon Joey. So
Yeah.
people were
Honestly,
like,
can I tell you the truth?
hmm?
When I played through that game, I assumed that Joey Drew being Wendy was just supposed to be like something we could just naturally infer through context clues. I didn't realize that it was a stupid theory or not supported by the text. I was just like, yeah, this is probably what we're supposed to take from this.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess so much so that when I started seeing it spread around as a theory, I was so confused because I was like, isn't this just subtext?
Yeah, I mean, I guess nothing explicitly stated can ever be taken as fact or something. I don't know. But yeah, also beyond, it's really funny because beyond his duck season video, it's like, so it's 5 videos of FNAF after the game lab. There's duck season, and then after that, FNAF. The 5 more FNAFs. His video on him uh leaving the channel. Another FNAF, and then a video on the Mario timeline.
Incredible. I wonder if this guy likes playing FNAF. I wonder if this guy makes making money off of FNAF.
Probably. Also, I remember his I remember watching his Doki Doki theories, like his first ones. Um and I remember child me being scared by them.
Heh.
Cuz honestly, like
The editing on those is really scary.
oh yeah,
I'm
like
gonna give you that
the
one.
editing of those, it like makes, like, really makes it way more creepy than it really needed to be. And I like, it's always funny to look at the contrast of his theories, because like he made those 2 theories of like the things behind the scenes and what could happen in future games, and then like his next Doki Doki theory is Buff Suki, the meme.
Yep.
I would like to say also that I was never really scared by that. Like I watched it, I was not scared in the slightest because I got all of my fear out when I was a child. I was scared of everything when I was a child, and then I stopped being scared of things, except for jump scares because those are I don't like them because they're just designed to make me scared because they don't actually scare me. They just surprise me. They're jump surprises, and of course that makes me go because because it's something I wasn't expecting. But nothing really truly scares me. There's nothing that fills me with horrible levels of fear and dread.
I
Like
remember.
usually I'm able to take things like out of like I'll watch a horror movie and I'll be like, okay, that was cool, and I'll just go to bed. Like movies don't really like I can acknowledge when something is scary, but it doesn't particularly scare me, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I remember another thing when I was when I was younger. I remember watching, there was 3 different things that like made me I watched at night and made me like really like that were like really scary for me, for me. And keep in mind, this was not games I was playing. I was watching people play this stuff. But it was really scary for elementary school me. And and it was all Markiplier playthroughs of 3 different games. And it's really funny looking back on what the games were, because the first one was Sonic.exe. The second one was Pikachu.exe, or I think it was called Uka Keep, which is just Pikachu backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Which, fun fact, is made by the same guy who made Gixie.
Unsurprisingly. And then the third one was Five Nights at Wario's. And the thing about Five Nights at Wario's, though, that game, like, looking back at it, it's funny to look back at it because it's like a bunch of sprite rips with like slight edits. Like even the areas are all just like stock photos of factories or whatever. And it's just kind of funny to look back at now. As far as I know, I think there was like a like a new Five Nights at Wario's game released recently. And to be fair, to their credit, as much as the art direction is
something,
the games are pretty decent for what it's worth. And they have and there's actually a pretty neat bit of interconnected lore that actually exists in the games, which is it's bite-sized. It's not like real overly complicated, but it's pretty cool. And plus, the developer of the game made like a whole video explaining the lore, which was an interesting watch at the time. But the thing that scared me the most, it was the first Wario's game. I think that was the only game that Mark ever bothered to play out of the Wario series. But
yeah,
the thing that scared me the most was not really it was kind of the characters, but the thing that scared child me the most was the sound effect of when a character opens the door in your left hall. Um, if I find it later, I'll just like pull up Mark's video on it and like timestamp when it happens. But that sound effect is really creepy to me. Um, and that it's like those I remember watching all of those three series like at the same time, and it was like, oh no, I'm really scared. uh, Nowadays that doesn't happen. There is one exception actually to that. Um, it was the thing like the only thing that's managed to scare me was watching like in more recent times was some time ago when when at like 4 a.m. I was laying in bed and watching someone play through Fears to Fathom, uh, because because those
Ooh,
are like it's more
those are
real because
good.
those are
Yeah,
yeah because those are like house break-ins. Like I think it was the Carson house one.
yeah, and the best thing is like actually based on,
Uh,
admittedly or
Reddit
apparently,
stories.
yeah, like real stories.
Like maybe real like there
Yeah,
it
maybe.
could be a karma farm, it could be some real story, you never know with those subreddits, but like
Yeah.
either way the execution of the games is really cool. um
It
and
is.
and like the games are very creepy, like the Carson house, I think was which is I think the one is what I
It's
watched.
the first one.
Yeah, I the first was the first one. I think it was my. It
It
might have
is
been
the
the.
first one.
I think it might have been the third one that the
Oh no,
third
it's
of
the
this.
third one. Yeah, yeah, it's the third one. It's the third one.
Yeah. But yeah, I watched someone play through the third game, and being that it was like 3 a.m., the house is dark, everyone's asleep, and I'm watching a video about a horror game where someone breaks into your house.
Oh,
That was like
as a
it was kind of
before
creepy.
It's
disaster.
specifically those moments in the Fears to Fathom series where you have to hide somewhere and then they turn on the mic receptor thing
Oh
where you have
yeah,
to like
Oh,
where the person has to be like, yeah,
that's
where like you have
yeah.
terrifying.
to like
You have to be
not
quiet.
be, yeah, you
Yeah,
have to be
like
quiet.
it
I'm
the
good at
and
that
plus like
sometimes.
it's
Not
a really
really, but
good
sometimes.
it's a really good like way of doing it because the game does not use none of the all the games have that section as far as I know. All three of them do. I think there's a fourth one that's released. I don't
Oh,
remember.
cool.
Um
I've never heard of these games, so I'm just kind of going along like, yep, yep, yep,
it's
yep, yep,
yeah,
yep.
Fierce
Yeah,
of
Oh.
it's fun.
I mean, yeah, you can just like basic context. Fierce to Fathom.
I'm like,
They
I'm
grab Reddit
inferring. I'm
stories,
using
they
my
make games out
deductive
of it.
reasoning skills that I learned from playing Ace Attorney.
Yeah, the whole thing is just is it's just video games made out of, there's the main creator of these games. People submit stories to them or him, I'm not sure, and then they make it into a game. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
and they're pretty well made, and
Nice.
very creepy to
I've read a
boot.
story.
But like all of his
Once
games,
I went
basically.
upstairs and my window was closed.
Oh,
I don't have an upstairs to my house. I made
That
that up.
reminds me of
See,
this really.
that was a lie. I lied to you all. I tricked you. Everybody, all our fans watching this thought that I had a window in my room, and a window in my I have a window in my I have the biggest. Anyways, thought that my house had an upstairs. It does not. It has no stairs.
This
There are
reminds
no
me.
stairs in my house, and you were all bamboozled by me.
This gives me the same
But
energy
yeah.
as one time in middle school. One of my older friends learned of like or like they we were talking about creepypastas, and then they were like, oh, I have a creepypasta to tell you guys, and they started off on this started off telling this story, and then like they go to their house and they go to their kitchen, and there's this really creepy plate of spaghetti on the table, and and it just gives me that energy. uh but I was but going back to what I was talking about before. The all the Fears to Fathom games do not use your mic for the majority of the game, and then they just and it's always like a thing of like then you just it's kind of like the hide section of the game, and then they suddenly slap the mic detection onto it, like, oh shit, I gotta be quiet now.
So how do you know that the mic is on?
It displays like
an icon?
a volume level bar once the mic is on. So like
Yeah.
it'll suddenly like put a bar on the side of your screen that'll raise up if you're talking too much.
Mm.
So it's just like suddenly like, oh shit, I gotta be quiet.
Here, let me get like an image.
Yeah. But man, I want more unique
Sure.
horror games. Like I guess Fears to Fathom isn't the most unique. I mean, it's more real.
Ignore the cat. Ignore the cat.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a cat there?
This is it's Think Noodles. I don't know if you guys even know him, but
Oh my
he's
god, I know who that man is.
I
It's a
know
Let's
who
Player.
that. Wait,
He
hang
puts
on,
the
hang on, hang
cat
on.
in.
I need to verify something. I need to
I
verify.
love his Pop Tropica videos so much. I love them.
Actually, I'm not even
Those are
sure
my
if it's
favorite
single.
videos ever.
I need to.
Like I
I need
used
to.
to binge his Pop Tropica videos for
I
hours
like
on end.
I haven't watched him, but I like that one Twitter clip that resurfaced of him. He's
Of
playing
him figuring out
Undertale.
is that the guy who figured
Yeah,
out
yeah,
what
yeah, yeah,
lesbians
yeah.
were?
It's like he's like, oh, it's like Alfie's put on the other post. It's like, in a dinner with the girlfriend. Wait, I thought Alfie's was a girl. And then it's like,
Oh
poor
yeah,
man's
the one
so
clip of him like
confused.
he's
Yeah,
Figuring out that lesbians are real.
yeah. He's like his
That's a
mental
great clip.
processing is like overheated just because he just realized.
Also, I just wanna mention um there so Think Noodles reminded me of something. So there is so in case you didn't know, Think Noodles voices a few of the
Oh,
characters in Garten of Banban.
What?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
One.
Yeah, so
No matter what we do, it always
so
comes back to Garden of Banban.
as far as I
Michael Van's
know,
podcast episode, whatever this
he
is,
voices
Garden of Banban Adventure.
Yeah, I just looked it up. He voices the quote unquote experimental versions of the half and half jester character. And it's he I just find that fun. Also like apparently he uses that cat face a lot, which is really funny.
Yeah, it's just it. I think
it looks so
he used to play
stupid.
Minecraft. He used to play Minecraft, and once these came out, it was like a child friendly way of putting a face cam. It was like VTubing before being VTuber.
Exactly. I know that very well.
But yeah, it's just, man, horror YouTubers are something else.
Yeah, he's really funny.
But like I was saying, I think I miss I just wish there were more unique takes on horror games. Like you don't get that stuff anymore, or not as often. And like Fears to Fathom, well, kind of similar-ish in
I
its.
just hit my space heater and it started by accident and it started to scream at me.
Screaming it back, assert dominance.
Ah!
Wonderful.
I know I'm terrified.
I was about to say like it's Fears to Fathom, while not unique in its execution. Thank you, Jim. While not unique in its like execution, because like there's been games that have done kind of a similar thing that it has, but the whole experience of it being like a real thing that could happen is really cool.
That's scary.
And it makes it a lot more scary.
Honestly, if you want to play some really scary horror inspired games, I recommend the the PlayStation demo disc series.
That's a good one. Yeah,
it's just like a collection of really, really unique horror games.
I would like to remind you, there was a point in time where you wanted me to play that, and we never did.
Oh,
you recommended we should play this game. We should play this game after we played like some other horror game, and
Game
there's
that we
like
never finished, probably.
no, we finished it because it was short. It was like Frog something or whatever.
Oh, frog game, the frog cook game, the frog cook game. I love that. I want it to come out so we can finish it. It's so cool.
Yeah, but then you wanted me to play that disc, and we never ended up playing it. But
It's good.
the yeah,
But what I wanted to, oh, sorry.
I was just continuing like yeah the like, and then like there's games that kind of like follow the formula of here's here's like like if a horror game wants to stand out, I feel like I don't know. Like, I feel like it's hard because a lot of horror game concepts have kind of like, for one, in order for I feel like the baseline for your horror game to be good is not is actually be creepy and not just rely on something that jump scares you a bunch.
Game where you
Like
walk upstairs.
how many times has there been a game? How many times has there been a game where it's like Slender, where you complete objectives while thing is chasing you? Wow, how interesting! And if it catches you, you get jump scared. Oh my god!
One thing I would recommend if people are bored of that, just play any puppet combo game.
True.
Those guys, those guys are scary.
That they it is puppet combo games are still kind of the. It's in some in a couple cases they're kind of that complete objectives while something chases you. But even most of the time they don't do that. But even in the games where they do, they're fucking creepy. Like Nun Massacre is
Nun Massacre, yeah.
like I've never played that game myself, but holy shit! Like not only like when she's near, it applies a static filter to your vision, and also when she chases you, it plays the most fucking intense
like ear piercing noise ever.
Yeah, it's like the most ridiculously intense chase music, and like but you like and it's also
not as loud as
and also
her favorite character instead though.
True.
Favorite character.
True. But like it's just this thing where and especially in the times where you see her like she walks around the hall and she's just walking at this really slow pace, and then she sees you, and then all of a sudden the fucking she charges at you with that fucking audio, and you have to run for your goddamn life as fast as you can, and like you cannot like slip up. Like Jesus Christ, that game is fucking creepy. And even though like other games are really cool, although I'm never a fan of tank controls, which as far as I know they do a lot because they're supposed to be like PS1 inspired games, and a lot of PS1 games had fixed camera tank controls, which which I'm not always a fan of that control scheme. Also, like, dude, I played Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 does not have fixed camera; it's actually over the shoulder, but it has tank controls. The original Resident Evil 4, I should mention, not the remake. And good God, that made my head ache from playing that game. It was hard to, like, I couldn't, like, that game was hard enough with tank controls. Playing a game with tank controls and fixed camera, like, good God. How did people play like that?
Who knows? But yeah, puppet combo, really scary. I guess what could be another like whole series or game that
okay, guys.
Yeah.
I have to go soon.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Well, you see, there's something that my sister has to do in the morning, and I'm being just me talking on call is making too much noise. Usually, so I'm probably like soon, not now, but soon.
All right. Well,
don't worry.
We can just finish up if you want. Since
no, I'll just stick. I'll stick around until I have to leave.
Yeah. I was gonna suggest like whenever you have to leave, you could just like mute so we could watch the game theory videos.
Yeah.
Also, uh, uh, if you're reporting to, or I'll just type it out anyway myself. But yeah, we. I mean, you can just watch on mute later, so you're not making noise. But I don't. I mean, if that works.
Oh wait.
So, um, so, sorry, talking, and typing at the same time. Not my, not my
Yeah.
expertise. But I'm trying to think of like other. I guess like there's there's kind of like horror-ish games. Like say Inscription is like a
Oh
horror-ish
yeah.
game. Where it's kind of creepy but not. Oh my god, I swear, every time I go to the Inscription page on Steam, the guy who played Luke Carter in the live action cutscenes is constantly streaming this game.
Zoink.
Like, he's still streaming it. When did this game even fucking come out? 2 years ago.
Darn.
Wait, Inscription has live scenes? But
Huh?
why?
What do you mean?
Is that like a spoiler?
Yeah,
Inscription?
not really. Like, they show the live cutscenes in the trailer for the game.
Oh, okay.
There's like they just have like little live recording sections, and this one guy played the role of the guy who is in the cutscenes, and he streams him playing through the game a lot. And so, but he's like always there because it like Steam shows developer broadcasts on under games, and since he's a part of the game, he shows up as a developer. Um, and so he's streaming the game, and whenever he streams the game, it shows up that there's a developer broadcast.
Oh.
Good way to get viewers, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so.
But yeah, awesome horror games. Wish they were better.
Horror. Yeah, me too. Maybe someday I'm gonna make a horror game, and you're all gonna be sorry. Nah, just kidding. If I make a game, it's probably gonna be a visual novel, which I know there are visual novel horror games, but I mean more like visual novel mystery.
I mean, wait. Wait, what did you say?
What do you mean?
Wait. Yeah, what did you say?
Someday I want to make a mystery visual novel.
Oh, okay. I thought you said.
What did you think I was saying?
I thought you said I want a horror visual novel game.
I mean,
I thought you said that.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Like DDLC. I thought you meant that. I thought you were saying like, oh, I wish there would be more of this type of game.
I mean, I do wish there were more of those types of games, but
it would be so like I don't know, because like one part of me wishes there were more games like DDLC, but the other part of me is like DDLC just did it so good, and I don't know how any other could really like.
There's it's the other one. There's like another one that's similar to DDLC, but I forgot the cannibalism one.
Oh!
I think I know what you're talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The one with the food with faces on it.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Cooking
Yeah.
Companions.
Yeah, that was.
Hey.
I never played that one. I still have to.
I have. It's pretty good, but
play it. Circling back to MatPat, I watched MatPat play the entire thing.
We somehow always arrive back at MatPat.
I said we always arrive back at Garden of Bam Bam, but I think it's more so MatPat because I also watched MatPat play it too.
Yeah,
that was my first exposure to it before I actually tried playing it myself.
There's one thing I wanted to bring up because I remember MatPat came around because I mentioned MatPat leaving, but you have you so another thing I wanted to bring up that's something I noticed is have you seen the stuff about what's the fuck? How do you pronounce it? I think it's like Chugga Conroy.
Yes, I've seen all
Uh,
that stuff.
I haven't.
uh, so oh hello,
Hello,
River.
River.
Hello.
Hello, hey
River,
River.
You're back.
I'm
You're
back.
here. We're talking about
River is
something.
here, and I think that now that there's a third person here, that
What?
is my cue to leave
Oh,
You're
before
staying here.
things
you can't
Man.
stay.
dissolve.
Can't stay any longer.
Yeah,
You
nope.
gotta. Aw, okay.
Oh.
So I
I'm
guess I'm
sorry.
swapping places with Fia then.
River,
That's like the last
remember that
30
one
minutes
time I
of
killed
the
River
podcast.
to take her place? Now River's killing me to take my place.
Now you're
I'm
even.
going to.
We'll ping you. Oh, for context, River, we figured we were gonna, after the podcast, we were gonna like watch like random game theory episodes just for the heck of it.
Yeah,
Uh,
we're celebrating Matt Pat
Alright.
dying. I'm sorry, that was mean.
would you like me, Fia? Would you like me to ping you later so you can join back in muted to watch with us?
Yeah, sure.
All right, sounds
But
good.
yeah, goodbye, friends. Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
Monkey Brain
Yeah.
Podcast. Goodbye, our one fan, and welcome to the
Season 2.
and welcome to season 2 of the Monkey Brain Podcast.
Yep, season 2, the Fia era. Oh, well, there she goes.
There she goes.
But anyway, we were. What a wonderful time for you to join, River, because we were just about to talk about the fun news of. Have you heard about what happened to Chugga Conroy?
No, I have not.
Wow. So Fia was the only other person who heard about it. So
I don't
do you-
even know who he is.
okay. So
Yeah, no, same.
okay. So well, I mean that makes it a bit less of a topic that's relevant. But point being is that Trevor Conroy, I think he's most popular in the Xenoblade space, but he also does like Pokemon stuff. I don't know, but
Okay.
he's a very long-standing YouTuber and streamer, I think, that a lot of people looked up to. Unfortunately, he's not that good of a guy.
Oh no. Why? What did he do?
Okay, so from what I remember, at first it was just like him being like really like at first it was just like him being like really just like a kind of shitty person to the people around him and just not treating them very well and like not in like the oh he's just kind of an asshole when he was putting on this nice face all the time I think he just did some like really shitty stuff too and then that was kind of like a lot of well that's a lot of shit and I don't really like him anymore. And then it came out that at one point he was that when he was 19, he groomed a 15-year-old, and that wasn't that was kind of the nail in the coffin of the whole debacle. I never like I'd heard of him, never watched him. Not currently glad I never watched him.
Yep.
Like I don't know if honestly like I don't really know of any Xenoblade fans, but maybe there's some Pokemon fans that know him.
I think I might have watched like 1 or 2 videos of his, but yeah, no, not.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
really know him.
I've never heard of this man. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, like it was just kind of like an oh, this happened to this person that exists. I remember going
He's
on Twitter.
relevant now for some reason.
Yeah, I suppose so. But it was funny like going on to the because he was trending and that's how I figured out about it. So I go on Twitter and I look under his trending thing and I see someone like going like, "Man, this hurts." Everyone had him as part of their childhood at some point, and it's like, what?
What kind of childhood did you
Who is
have?
this man?
Who?
What sort? What? Who in the devil are you?
I never heard of you in my life, say.
Yeah,
What happened to your mic, River?
What do you mean?
You sound different.
Like good different or bad different?
You sound like that one dude from the Has Been Hotel.
Wait, hold on. Do I have a voice changer on?
No, you
no.
just sound like you have like
It sounds like your normal voice, but like there's something
but like through a mic.
slightly different about the microphone.
Well, I mean, I am using my good microphone, so I don't know
Okay, that's
Maybe
why.
I'm just not used to it.
I don't know, because I also found out from Soul that, like, apparently I've been super loud this entire time, and nobody's bothered to tell me.
You've always been loud.
I know, but why hasn't anybody
That's
said
part-
anything? I would have tried my
Have
best
you
to
ever-
tone it
have you
down.
ever-
fun? That's part of the fun.
Yeah, have you ever watched any of the podcast recordings?
No, I mean,
Wow.
I,
Okay.
I
listened to
can't.
certain
How dare
bits.
you not support her? How dare you?
Listen, I'm sorry. I've just never really had the time to go back and listen to our own podcast episodes. It's not.
Honestly, I don't. I don't blame you. I mean, like, I'm the one who runs the channel, so it's I. I'm the one. It's not like this. But I don't usually go back and watch because it's like. I don't blame anyone for who's on the podcast for not watching either because you've already experienced it. But I do appreciate people listening to it for background noise because uh, we're just so goofy and quirky and
I'm just now getting a good look at Amber's profile picture. Can I ask what and why?
it's it's my single favorite Toho ship of all time, Tenchi and Shion, and they are hugging.
Okay.
That is my profile picture.
That would make the
yeah,
worst joke
I
ever.
have been extremely loud, and nobody's bothered to tell me anything.
It's fine.
I-
Don't worry.
And then when I did find out from Soul, I had to go into my voice mod settings. I realized I was at 50 before. I'm at 20 now, which is lower. But why? Why didn't anyone tell me?
Because it's fine. You're supposed to be the loud, funny one.
Hey, nothing wrong with you being loud.
I mean,
honestly,
Yeah.
like
I
it
can
wasn't.
handle being the funny one, but loud? I don't want to be known as loud. That's like embarrassing.
It's not like Discord doesn't have a volume slider for individual people.
I know, but still, I figured I could still change my input. God, gotta tell me these things, man.
Yeah, I'm the person who has literally I think there is a single person that I do not currently have set at 200% volume, and that is Gemlight.
Oh, well, Gemlight's just naturally loud.
Yeah, Gemlight is always loud, and like I can't she is like volumes above the rest, literally.
If you want volume, I'm pointing to Mercy, all right?
No, Mercy actually isn't that loud.
No, but like, have you heard her scream?
No, luckily not.
No, my God, there's been moments like, especially as of recently, where we'll be playing like Dragon Ball Fighters or Super Smash Brothers or something, and she'll just randomly decide to scream into the microphone, and it's.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. You have to be in a certain headspace to VC with Mercy. You have to be in the right mood to VC with her. Like that's
sure.
She is just this certain kind of person where it's like if you are not ready to VC with her, you will not survive the winter.
It's just flat out, you will not survive.
You will die by her hand, and she will laugh. Actually, she won't laugh. She'll be more like, "Oh, just don't die."
I can't believe they would do this, chat. Is probably something she would say. She's a basically
unique.
if you're not ready to match her energy, you're not gonna live.
I'm never ready to match her energy. Not gonna lie. It's always like I have to. I think VCing with her takes years off my life.
You have to like fucking hype yourself up to go into a VC with Mercy. Like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah,
I
it's
got this.
like unironically, I've had times where I look at VC and I'm like, oh, there's people in VC. Maybe I'll hang out. Oh, Mercy is there. And it's like, no,
Man.
that's not like to be mean to her, like to say that
No,
she's
of
like a
course, of course.
like she's a perfectly fine person. It's just like you have to be ready. I need prep time.
I can't say anything because I have not been in
Wait, how many
VC
times? How many times have you actually been in VC with Mercy, Jim?
lately. None, zero.
Well, I
So
just mean like
nada.
total.
In
Like,
general.
So, what, you want me to keep count? No, I don't know.
Like I mean I know you've been in VC with her at least once because she was a guest.
Well, yeah.
I
Apart from
mean, I'm
that, I don't
assuming it just
remember.
hasn't happened very often.
I don't know. There used to be this little smidge of time when it was like me, Soul, her, and who else? Someone else. I don't remember. And we just kind of like talked and be dumb. But apart from that, I can't recall how many times I've been in VC.
Yeah, I think it's I've been in VC with her on a bit less occasions than I would be because I don't join VC when she's there. Uh, but at least not usually. But like the times that I have been in VC with her, it's like I had have been here and there. I guess I haven't done I haven't done I haven't done much with, but it's always like I swear every time I'm in VC with her, she will nonstop ask me to play some game, either with her or just in general. Like she'll be like, oh, like you should play Amber, you should play Risk of Rain, and I'm like, uh, maybe I don't know, and she's like, you buy it right now and play it. I'm like. Or like
That's
no
hey guys,
exactly what I
I'm
did.
sorry. I didn't realize that my mother got off at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna go down and help her bring in the groceries. I'll be right back.
okay.
That's fine.
Return in a bit. But it did like she the most often one was with Fortnite, where she'd be like, Amber, you should play
I've,
Fortnite, and I'm like, I
I've
have
been
no.
hearing, I've been seeing that. I don't exactly get on Discord. I just kind of like take a peek. Yeah, that's why I've been like kind of not going to Discord. I take a peek in general, or like the VCs and people are doing, and then they just start talking about stuff I don't know what they're talking about, or like, oh, okay, they're playing a game I don't really care about, or like they're really talking about something I don't really understand. So I'm just like, cool, and then I to get off of the app and I start watching YouTube or something. But I've been hearing that the fellas over there have been playing Fortnite a lot,
Yep,
which is
Fortnite,
cool.
a bunch of Fort. I remember it like. Yeah, it's just the kind of thing I'll join, and Mercy's like, "You should play Fortnite with us," and I'm like, "No, I don't have any interest in Fortnite." And she's like, "Why not?" And I'm like, I just don't. And she's like, but play Fortnite. Like, I just said, God damn it.
Yeah, because you don't like shooters.
No, I actually am fine with shooters. It's just, I don't really like, I
Oh
just
yeah,
don't really like
competitive
on,
shooters.
I do not like competitive online games. They're absolutely not my thing.
Except fighting games, apparently.
And
That's your only exception.
I actually don't go online on fighting games.
Wait, okay.
No,
Never mind.
I play them with friends. I don't go online. There are a couple times that I've gone online in Guilty Gear Strive, but not often and not nearly enough to say that I'm comfortable with going online.
Okay.
Yeah, I uh, generally I just don't play online games. Uh, but I also wanted to mention something because you brought up watching YouTube, and I was reminded of something that I discovered recently. So, uh, I found out that there's this cool little I don't okay, wait, question. Jem, do you have an iPhone? Huh?
Yeah, I do.
Uh well, this doesn't apply to you. I'm sorry. But
Oh,
uh
okay.
but there's a if you have an Android, for all you Android users out there like me because it's superior.
I,
uh
I'm not gonna disagree with you.
yeah,
I had an Android before. I know its capabilities. I know what
yeah,
it's
but
capable of.
there's so there might be an iOS version of this. Probably, I haven't seen anything about one though. But there is a for Android. You can download an APK for a app called NewPipe, which basically what NewPipe does is it grabs the data from YouTube and puts it onto its own app. And what that means is, well, you can't like log into your YouTube account on it, uh, since it's not YouTube. What you can do is transport your subscriptions from your channel, which is you just like request your subscription data from Google and they send it to you, and then you upload it to that, and they'll add the your subscriptions. And basically, it's just a way to watch YouTube on the app, uh, without ads, and also with a few other cool features. Because since it's taking data from YouTube and it's not YouTube itself, you don't get ads, and also that really annoying thing where you can't like pop out music on YouTube, you can do that with NewPipe.
Okay, I
Mm.
just got back, and that sounds like Spotify with extra steps.
No, 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 no.
Why,
It's not.
why are you so quiet? You sound like you're
Why,
under a pillow. What
why
happened?
did you get so
Sorry,
quiet?
hang on. Sorry. I was like my microphone was not in front of my face, and so I was a little far away
Well,
there.
no, I was just talking about River. I know you have an iPhone, so this also doesn't apply to you. But uh, you can down for Android.
Wait, hold
You
on. I'm
can
sorry. What did you say?
I said you have an iPhone, so this doesn't apply to you either. Um,
But I have an Android.
since when? Last you said you had an iPhone.
No, I don't have an iPhone. I
You
want an
told me.
iPhone.
You told me
I
you had an
dude,
iPhone.
no, no, we've never had this discussion. I've never
No,
had an
remember
iPhone
the
in my
time?
life.
Remember the time that I mentioned? I mentioned at one point about Alucord, and I asked if and I mentioned it like using APK, and you said
Uh-huh.
I can't do that. I
Wait,
have
hold
an
on. I'll be right
iPhone.
back.
I literally did not say that. I
I
might have
s-
said something. I
I
might have said
swear
something
you
like
did.
I might have said something like, "Well, thank God I don't have an iPhone."
I'm gonna like this stuff because I swear you said
Did we do
uh
this during an episode? Did we have this conversation
this
during?
was not during an episode. It was like actual messages.
Oh,
It might have been. I forget
wait. Did we? Okay. Did we type this?
this. Yes, this was typed. I forget where though. It might have been in the FFE. I don't remember.
I'm thinking it might have been in the No Mic channel.
Um, I think so. Uh, yeah. Okay. So I sent the link. Uh, let me. Oh, I gotta. Thank you, Discord Mobile. Um, but no, it might have. I don't think it was. Uh, I don't think it was you in a. I don't. No, you have. Uh, hmm. Yeah, Hmm. I remember. I feel like when I told you, it was not. It was not in the FFV. It was some in like a group chat, but it doesn't. It wasn't in the Monkey Brains group chat apparently. Um. Yeah, I'm trying to find if you ever said anything about it, but it doesn't look like it. I don't know. I'll find it later. But I swear you said you had an iPhone at one point.
No. Hang on.
But
It's here in the Monkey Brains group chat.
oh, it is.
The the conversation about the iPhone.
Hmm. Okay, so what was said?
No, I'm asking you. Was it in this chat?
I searched up specifically like Alicord, which is the point of discussion in here, and didn't show up. The only other thing I can think of is the dual playthrough chat. Because no, it's not there.
I'm gonna do a quick search in the FFV, see if I can't find it.
Yeah, I mean, like from River iPhone or something. Oh wait, is it ever?
From nothing.
Hmm. Is it? Does Discord? By the way, is I don't know if it's relevant, but does Discord mobile does this is it wasn't it a update at some point that you search let me try. I don't remember. Well, I'll find it later. No point dwelling on it. um, but anyway, I guess this does apply to you. Um, it might have been someone else.
Wait, hold on. You sent a link?
A link to Alicord, yeah.
Yeah, where did you send the link?
It was in general in FFE. Just search. It's spelled ALU ALIU
ALIU.
CORD. You just search that and you'll find the link I posted. You didn't reply to that. The only person, actually, I think I know what happened. I think it might be me misremembering because, yeah, okay. So this was me misremembering. It was not you who said. I think it was I'm okay. This might be the cause of it. Might not be. I don't remember. I don't know. But you did not reply to it. But Gurmy. I don't know what I should.
Grim. It's Grim.
Yeah, Grim. I think I might have misremembered because you have.
What are you confused with Grim?
You have similar name colors, okay? They're both pink.
Confused with Grim. That's.
Shut the fuck up. You have similar name colors, okay? I didn't care enough to remember enough about that conversation to.
As you said, this is why I use Alucard on mobile, and then Grim replied with, I wish I have an iPhone.
Look, my memory is not the best, okay? You shut your yap. Let me tell you.
You fucking got me confused with Grim.
Shut the fuck up. Let me tell you about what I was talking about in the first place, because now it applies to you.
Okay. I'm sorry, that was so funny.
I don't know why, but on this mic, I don't know why. I don't know if it's this mic or something, but the laugh you're doing right now sounds so fake.
No, it's so fucking funny. I didn't expect you to get me fucking confused with Grim.
Dude,
holy shit.
But okay, so well, you can use Alucord if you ever want to, since you have an Android. But point being is my current thing I was talking about.
You're still on this?
Look, River was making fun of me for misremembering that. Mixing up her with another person in my memory, okay?
Oh.
We were trying to remember, like, I thought River had told me at one point that she had an iPhone, and River's like, no, I never had an iPhone. And I'm like, what? So we look back, and apparently I got River confused with Grim because they have a similar name color in the FFV. And River had a that really
how?
I don't know. But point being, River, this applies to you now because I know you have an Android. there is a thing app you can download. You have to get like an APK called NewPipe, which basically just scrapes the content of YouTube, puts it on its own app, so you can watch every video on YouTube. There's no worry about age restriction. Not that it matters because you're an adult. No worry. No, there's no advertisements. You can play videos in the background without the YouTube app stopping you because it's music and you can't play that in the background. So you
Wait,
can
so
do that
if
with
I
any
were
video.
to, what's it called? New pipe?
Yeah, it's called NewPipe, spelled exactly
Okay,
as it
so
sounds.
if I were to pull this up on my phone and play a song, could I turn my screen off and it would still run the music?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and this works for any video, by the way. If you just want to like listen to gameplay and turn your phone and turn your screen off, it'll still play it.
Wait, can you do
Oh,
this with
okay.
because there's the videos that are like actually copyrighted music that are published by like a third party. Like there's the person who makes a song and then the other party that like actually publishes the song with like copyright distributions in like a separate channel. Like
Are
can
you
you
talking about like
actually
the automatically generated stuff or like
Yeah, yeah,
Think,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
why,
Can
but
you
the first
actually
thing that
pop
came to
those
mind was
out?
fucking
yeah, you can pop those
Discord.
out
Fucking
Oh,
on
Discord
Alan
had the
card.
first
insane.
thing that popped into my head.
Yeah, so like any video at all, you can pop out
That's
on
actually
NewPipe.
insane.
Um,
iPhones can't even do that. Okay.
yeah, and like there's a lot of yeah, and even like on because on YouTube it says like picture in pictures not available for music. You have to be in the app, so fuck you. But on NewPipe you can bypass that, and again, like I said, it bypasses ads, it bypasses age restriction. It's really useful, and anyone who had an Android, they should probably use it. Also, well, I mentioned this earlier, but you did not hear it, River. Well, you can't log into your YouTube account on it because it's not YouTube. You can. They have like There's a way to request your subscription data from your account from Google, and they'll send it to you, and then you can upload that to NewPipe, and it'll take it and put all your subscriptions onto there, so you can have all those without having to just
Well,
like search them
I'm
down and
wondering.
resubscribe.
Wait, does okay? So if you put all your subscriptions there and all the data, does it follow the way that YouTube algorithm would work?
It does
Like,
not
say a
have
new
an
video is
algorithm.
uploaded. What?
So
Oh,
basically
it's just
on
YouTube,
it so
right?
basically it has a tab for trending videos, which is just the same as YouTube trending, which is
Uh
not
huh.
affected by the algorithm. It has a tab for latest videos from subscriptions, a tab for your subscriptions, and then any playlists. And that's it.
Uh huh.
I'm currently downloading this app as we speak.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only way that it kind of is
Good
the only
Lord, I mean, it straight up just looks like YouTube if it was made in the early 2000s, like for
um
mobile. Like it's just wow.
Does
It's
it
very
have
like
like the?
simplistic
Does it have like
looking,
the
but
old?
it's
it's kind of its own thing. The yeah the only way that the algorithm plays in is like recommended videos. When you're watching a video, there's I should mention for you, River. There so when you go into like a video, there at the bottom, though, there's three tabs. The leftmost tab is comments. The middle tab is the like a feed of more videos to watch, and the rightmost tab is just the description. Also, under the description is you can actually like there's a built-in feature in the app to download different quality or different quality images of the thumbnail and the channel avatar, like just straight in the app, which is
huh,
actually really cool.
that's actually really interesting.
Uh, yeah, and also,
It's like, it's funny.
you
I
can
just want to point this out real fast.
download the videos for free right in the app.
Oh,
Wait, in what
that's insane
quality?
too.
You can choose it's in MP4.
Well, I know, but like, can you choose the quality? Can you
Yes, you
choose
can
like
choose the quality.
1080p?
You can choose the
Oh,
quality. You can
fuck yeah.
you can download the video. You can just go with the audio. And you can apparently just download the captions separately, I guess.
Even the captions?
Yeah.
My God.
They also have, I don't know what there's like a counter under video and audio for like threads. I don't know what that is. Like amount of threads. That's probably some download thing. I don't know.
I just
But
want to point this out real quick.
yeah,
The top 5. Here are my top 5 like trending things. Ready?
yeah,
Number 1 is Megan the Stallion Hiss.
yeah.
Ice Spice, Think You the Shit. There's
No,
Megan the
no. Read the
Stallion
whole title. The whole title is Ice Spice. Think you the shit. In parentheses
in
fart.
parentheses fart. Yeah.
In parentheses official video.
And then number 3 out of nowhere, Hell's Greatest Dad sing along from Has Been Hotel.
In the Prime Video
It's just-
channel.
It's amazing how we go from real song, cartoon song, and then back to real songs.
Yeah, and then number 6 is Monkey Man official trailer.
And then
I-
right below it, incredible new device that doesn't do anything right by Danny Gonzalez.
Yeah, one thing I appreciate about New Pipe, alongside all of the other things that it does amazingly well, and does leagues better than the YouTube app, is I don't have to worry about the algorithm spewing out a bunch of shit I don't want to watch because I watched a single video that just happened to be related to that topic. Like the algorithm, like in some ways, I kind of miss the fact that there's no recommendation algorithm because like sometimes it's fun to find random videos. In other ways, I'm glad there isn't because it's not filled with a bunch of shit I would never watch. And I'm pretty sure that NewPipe does not take views into consideration when recommending more videos underneath the video you're watching. I'm pretty sure it's just videos that are related to the video you're watching.
Okay, so you know how earlier I said that it sounds like SoundCloud with extra steps?
Yeah.
They have, you can connect, you know how you said you can upload like data?
Yeah.
So there's YouTube, SoundCloud, which I called, which is hilarious. Media.ccc.de, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bramatube?
I don't know what that is either. I looked at those, and then they have Bandcamp.
And then Bandcamp, yeah.
They have more. I mean, I probably wouldn't use any of the others. I would just use it for YouTube. I also God, this app is so. I like finding out about this app was the best thing that's happened to my mobile YouTube experience. Like the YouTube can update its shit, make weird decisions, put a bunch of ads in front of videos, and I will sit back, kick my feet up, and watch it on NewPipe with no ads and no bothers. Like it's just so good. I appreciate NewPipe. NewPipe has changed my life. Download NewPipe if you haven't.
Is this like an unofficial sponsorship? Go download NewPipe. It's not even like an actual app. You have to download an APK for it. But go download.
Undertale.
For all of you Android users.
Yeah, that's my that's not hashtag not sponsored. Download NewPipe. Also, yes, Gem, Everhood uses the Undertale font.
This is a rhythm game? I thought it was an indie game.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you do you think that rhythm games cannot be indie?
I mean, but like,
but that is literally the same energy as you're a lesbian. I thought you were American.
No. What country is that? I mean, I thought it would be like
holy
like
shit.
A regular
holy
game,
shit.
not a rhythm game.
We're American. Dude, I haven't seen that clip in forever.
It's an indie game that's a RPG with rhythm battle mechanics.
Okay, for those who don't know, we're talking about Everhood. I've been
Yeah.
hearing about Everhood, and
I've
I
heard
would
it's so good.
I looked it up. I looked it up on Steam, and then it showed like a little
Yeah,
preview video, and I didn't know it was a rhythm game.
yeah. The game
Also, it
uses
uses
the
the
Undertale
Undertale
font.
font.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's another one that I've heard about?
And they're coming out with a sequel at some point, which is awesome.
Are they?
So I
Yeah.
love how Jem called it "Holy shit, understale font."
It is the Undertale font.
The Undertale.
Why is it coming soon? Are you serious?
Also, speaking of things on Steam, I just noticed that they're releasing an updated version of Lumi plush for Outcore, which is awesome.
Where can I buy
Yes.
this?
It's they're putting out like it says they have like a V2 of the plushie. Um, how to get a Lumi plushie? It's on Makeship.
Makeship.
Uh, which is awesome. And it's very adorable.
This is the fucking hardest I've laughed in a long time. First, the fucking you getting me confused with Grim, and then the fucking the lesbian. I thought you were American.
Okay, this game looks interesting.
Oh, what looks interesting?
Outcore.
Oh yeah, free to play too. Very fun game.
Fun game, very fun. Play.
I'm gonna add to my
Amber got me hooked on that game.
list. Where's the add to my wish list? I'm not gonna download it yet.
Play it later. We have game theory to watch after this.
Yeah.
Dude, have you ever listened to the full version of the intro song for game theory?
No, I don't think so.
It's actually
Hold on,
really good song.
but it, like, isn't it named like Science Blaster?
Yeah, something like that. Theory Blaster or Science Blaster or whatever.
Theory Blaster.
Let me just. I tried to type science. I typed in since. I
That's my favorite kind of blaster is a sense blaster.
science blast. Yeah. So yeah, if you search up Science Blaster, it's just the first result. It's really cool. It's actually a really awesomely made song and worth listening to because it's cool. But I scrolled down a bit and I see Game Theory meme tribute. They made Science Blaster in $30 website.
Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut.
You two know what $30 website is, right?
Yeah, I know what that is.
How about you, Jem? Do you know what that is?
What?
$30 website.
No.
No, my goodness. So $30 website. $30 website is basically it has like you can make your own like sequence of sound effects where you can just like put in a bunch of they have like a whole shit ton of sound effects and you can just put in them in like a bunch of order in like whatever order and they have like a bunch of shit you can do on the website. The URL, as you may guess, is $30 website spelled out. So THIR, $30 website. And people like make their like renditions of entire songs on that website. Like it's got a lot of stuff you can do with it.
You know that fucking song that's "All My Fellas." You know that one, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think I've heard.
Someone made a rendition of that in that website. It's really good.
And also, whenever you play the song, it starts it off with "Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut" before it starts.
And the best part about it is that that audio clip of "Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut" comes from a Dragon Ball anime. I think it's uh Super Android. What was it? Super Android 15 or something like that.
You know, for a second there, I thought that when you said a Dragon Ball anime, I thought it was like a canon thing that the actual
No,
producers
it's
made
one of the
someone say.
movies. It's one of the movies. It's the fucking he's supposed to be like a trucker. And then when Trunks goes to fight him, that's what he says to Trunks. Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut.
uh, Fun website though. I remember seeing a bunch of remixes pop up around the time when uh, that was the
Super
thing.
15.
Also, we have just now hit the
Hey
3 hour mark.
Well, cool. We finally got an episode.
The fated day of the episodes
Okay.
has arrived. Also, you weren't here when you mentioned this, River, but this episode will be being uploaded on Monday rather than Sunday because Sunday is the last day of the strike for Palestine. So we will be honoring that.
Alrighty then. I'm not sure what that is, but okay.
Have you been on the internet at all recently?
Not as of recently, no.
You know what? I guess I can't blame you. Uh, TLDR, Israel bombing the shit out of Palestine. We don't like that. So we're we're getting pissed and boycotting, and this week was a strike. There's your context.
Alrighty then. So,
So, and Sunday is the
mm,
last day, and since that's when we usually upload it, I'm postponing it to Monday.
no, alrighty then.
But all right, you anything else for you guys to add, or shall we wrap up?
Um. Okay. I will. For anyone watching, I'm gonna link uh my Bitcoin wallet. I want you to deposit like $1 billion in there. Um.
Yeah,
Sort of not a scheme.
I'm going to put link all members PayPal's in the description.
Send me money because I want to buy Fortnite skins. Send me money.
What's with
Yep.
you guys in Fortnite lately?
Listen. So I just want to share a little story, which I'm sure Amber already knows. Um, I got a new. I think I might have already mentioned this on the podcast actually, but I don't remember. I got a new Switch for Christmas, and
You had a
Soul.
Switch?
Say what now?
Did you have a Switch before?
Yeah, I did. But it's been my previous Switch has been dead for like over a year because
Oh.
it just stopped charging, and I'm not sure what happened. I put a new battery in it, but because I thought it was the battery that was the issue, but it wasn't the battery; it's the actual charging port. So I could never get that fixed, and decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna wait until Christmas or something to get a new one. And sure enough, I did get a new Switch, and then Soul was like, "Hey," so he just kind of made the passing comment of like, "Hey, you should play Fortnite and maybe try to get into it." And I thought,
You can play
like,
Fortnite on
okay,
the Switch?
yeah.
You are insane. You are actually like really insane.
I would
Personally,
play it on my PC, but my PC for some reason just won't run it. So yeah.
Are you
for some
using
reason, I couldn't
are
possibly
you
understand
elite?
why.
Okay, wait, what are you using? What are you using? Are you using your
What do you
Joy-Cons?
like to play the game?
Yeah.
Well, for a little bit, like towards the start when I was playing, I did use the Joy Cons like attached to the Switch because that was the most comfortable. But then I remembered, oh hey, I have an actual Pro controller, so I've been using that.
Oh, okay, thank God. I was about I had I was getting worried because playing Fortnite with Joy-Con sounds like the worst experience ever.
Enjoy
No, it really was.
Fortnite drift.
I drift. um, but yeah, no, Soul just kind of made the passing comment of like, "Hey, me and you should play together." And then I played. Who's here already? Oh wow. Sorry, mother. But I, where was I?
You played Fortnite. So wanted.
Um,
So said play Fortnite.
oh yeah, Soul told me, "Hey, we should maybe play Fortnite when you get the chance." And I was like, "Okay." And I like when I first picked it up, I was like, I I thought to myself like, this is gonna be something that I'm gonna play for like maybe a day or two, and then I'm gonna put it back down. When I got my first Switch, actually, I played for a little bit. I played like one round, like one or two rounds solo, and then this is before Zero Build came out. Um, so I played one or two rounds solo, and then didn't touch the game ever again. So that was like chapter 2, season 1 of Fortnite. And then I picked it up recently for chapter 5, and yeah, and I played it and I got hooked, and then I bought the battle pass, and then I got Peter Griffin.
Now you're
So
just hooked.
I'm hooked on the zero build mode because I can't build for shit and I don't plan on it. So I don't use the build feature, so zero build is perfect.
Can't crank those 90s.
Unfortunately not, no. So
I love.
I can.
I just love like
I'm not glad.
my favorite thing about Fortnite is the stupid meme videos of like random characters that got into Fortnite, like just it like doing
they added
cracked shit.
Solid Snake recently.
Yeah,
They did.
I remember the time. I remember the time they added. I remember when they added Omni Man, and it was like he got no ass.
Oh yeah, he was like literally built like what do they say? They built like a refrigerator.
He's yeah, no ass that man.
Yeah, I
He's and they also added a couple of like series specific characters uh, for this season. So right alongside Peter Griffin, we got the fucking the big chicken.
oh yeah, I saw stuff about
So now we got the big chicken, and of course to honor the Metal Gear series, we got Raiden as an additional character, which is very nice.
that. Oh,
Um,
riding sick. I like there was a side story because this reminded me of it. I so in school I take a coding class, and occasionally we occasionally we're with a different teacher who's my uh single favorite teacher that I've ever had in the history of school because she's really fun. And we went to her for like coding class on Friday, and she happened to discover on that day that Peter Griffin was in Fortnite. She actually just like went on the board and looked up Peter Griffin in Fortnite. And like she like I love her as a teacher so much because she just like does her own thing. Like so we literally to learn about coding we watched a Doug video. Like
a Doug video.
yeah, it was what his we like she went to like oh we could since we're doing Python, the class is about Python. She was like, "Oh yeah, we like there's this channel. Have you ever heard about Doug? He does like Python mods for games. We could like as a little side project, I could teach you how to like do mods for games like that." And she brought up
That's so
Doug as her example. Like she just like does her own thing, and I it's so awesome.
I got
But
chicken strips. Chicken
that's
strips and French fry.
all right. Well, uh, we'll leave we'll leave the podcast off on that note so everyone's hungry. Now go eat, drink water, and jerk off or something.
Stay hydrated, motherfuckers.
Strip your chicken. But yeah, awesome. I'm glad we could come back to the podcast. Hopefully next week we have less complications with people joining, because we've had a lot of that recently.
Gem cough.
Wait, hey! I would have made it. I would have made it if I conveniently didn't get sick, and then I had to go drop my mom off to the up to her flight. But I'll try and be a little bit more.
I'll try to grab
in
life
here.
by the scrot.
That caught me off guard. Holy shit. You gotta grab life by the what?
The scrot.
What's the scrote?
Your junk.
Your ball.
Oh,
Grab it by the
Okay.
genitals. But thanks everyone for watching podcast. It's fun.
Yep.
You eat and remember to grab life by the scrot.
Drink water, you dehydrated motherfuckers.
Ingest the water. Dump it into your system like a. I'm not making that joke.
No, say it. What were you gonna say?
Don't.
I'll say it after the podcast if you really want to hear it. But thank you for watching. For this episode, we will see you next time. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye,
See
lovely.
ya.
Bye.
Never seeing you again. Please donate.
Jem is
1,000
going to
Bitcoin.
now proceed to have a reason not to join every single time, and this podcast will never continue. Bye bye.